Hot damn, another shot up in the air again. I'll probably never care again about anything. I'm arrogant. Ooh, I'm messed up, head spinning like a hurricane. I'm messed up off that alcohol and Mary Jane. That white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, brown, but pound. Damn, piece of white trash, piece of white trash. Tatted up, bearded down. They say I look like a lumberjack. My skill level is a 2 if you reduce a number back. I am out of green, so I'ma go and get another sack. I possess a set of skills it seems a lot of others lack. I come from a park, but the park ain't pretty and the ground don't grow no roses. My park got prostitutes and drug use and a lot of people overdose. And don't leave your car.
What's up, guys?
Your car might end up getting stolen. 9 times out of 10 when we get pulled over, everybody in the truck is holding. America, baby. Every kid here is a bubble or shady. Growing up poor in the park is what made me. And mama, she tried, she's a hell of a lady. And you better not talk to her the wrong way, cause I'm gonna end up stomping your whole face. I can bury a whole block for her. In this case, I'ma make it to the top for her. Hot damn, another shot up in the air again. I'll probably never care again about anything. I'm arrogant. Ooh, I'm messed up, head spinning like a hurricane. I'm messed up off that alcohol and Mary Jane. That white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, brown, but pound. Damn, piece of white trash, piece of white trash.
Seems like your boy Mike Bama starting to piss some people off lately. Same dudes I used to kick it with, now tell their friends they hate me. They spreading lies, telling all their fans Mike Bama shady. But that's okay if you think I'm staying quiet, you must be crazy. Still murder on the track, so I'm still your main selection. Still dreaming, hit the stoves and dropped in everyone's collection. Still out here on the grind, so I'm making these connections. FJ Outlaw and Mike.
So what's going on tonight, guys? What y'all up to?
Got a little bit of buzz, so I'm feeling cocky. Step in the ring like Common Rocket. I'm gonna be the champ, you can never stop me. Flow so cold like a playing hockey. Little MGK, little bit of Kid Rock, little Kevin Gates, little bit of Tupac. Mix it together and what do you got? A bad little crack that is bound to be hot.
Hot damn, another shot up in the air again. I'll probably never care again about anything. I'm arrogant. Ooh, I'm messed up, head spinning like a hurricane.
The Kim Kardashian video is almost at 300 hits. That's pretty good. That beat out my MMA video and it beat out my other video. So it did better than both of them. It ain't monetized, but it still did better than hits.
Messed up off that alcohol and Mary Jane. That white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, brown, but pound. Damn, piece of white trash, piece of white trash. Hey, growing up I was different than you, cause I was raised in the days I ain't have no father. He dipped and seated, sit and smoke weed and drink orange juice and vodka. The people in my
Orange
park
juice and
are rolling
vodka.
coke and
That's what I
homicide
drink. Orange juice and
drama.
vodka.
One person tried to raise me right, it wasn't anybody but my fucking mama. I come from a park, but the park ain't pretty and the ground don't grow no roses. My park got prostitutes and drug use and a lot of people overdose. And don't leave your car unlocked, cause your car might end up getting stolen.
What's up, Booms in the room?
Everybody in the truck is holding. I'm so ignorant, get drunk and act stupid and belligerent. I go to jail and they consider me as indigent. The flow sick, you can say is magnificent. Hey, more guns than the Taliban. It's FJ Outlaw and the Bama man. They ask me, can I wreck the beat? I tell them, yes, I can. The flow sick, next feature costs $100 grand. Hot damn, another shot up in the air again. I'll probably never care again about anything. I'm arrogant. Ooh, I'm messed up, head spinning like a hurricane. I'm messed up off that alcohol and Mary Jane. That white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, that white boy, but brown, but pound. Damn, piece of white trash, piece of white trash. J Dot on the ones and twos.
Alright, guys. It's a super nice day out today. I know it was like 80 degrees here today. Sunny. I took the windows off my Jeep, went riding around. Feels really good out. It's supposed to be like that tomorrow too, so I'm gonna have to go out and do something tomorrow. I kind of just chilled around the neighborhood, you know, went to the store, rode around for a few, came back home. Okay. Georgia, boom. How many of you guys are in the room tonight? Let me see. Let me go to my dashboard, see how everything's looking. I don't have all my lights on me, so you might be able to see through me a little bit. But it is what it is. I didn't feel like shining that bright ass light in my face. Alright, there's 6 of you guys watching. Okay. What's up, Michael? No rain here today. It was just as sunny as it could be. Not a cloud in the sky. Feels good outside right now. Sun's, you know, it's nighttime. It still feels like it's 60 degrees, 60, 65 degrees. So, yeah, it's super nice. I probably should be outside now doing something instead of being in this house. So, I don't know. I was thinking about going down to the beach for a little bit. I don't know if anything's popping off. So, I might pull us up a video. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, we definitely don't want that. Let's see what we got.
Because chaos happens to your...
Alright, we're going to go into some stuff on the D-Wave computer.
You think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand quantum physics.
That would be Richard Feynman, who also said about quantum entanglement that it is the heart of quantum mechanics and really the only mystery. And computers are going to work with quantum entanglement. It's going to drive an AI system in the future that I think could even be powerful enough to right now be affecting
YouTube
us
said you were talking too
from
much
the
too
future.
fast. Damn,
So
boom,
it's
boom.
not D-Wave though.
Got a
Let's
lot
talk
to say,
about
huh?
what it is.
Google and NASA have teamed up to share
Type
one of the
more in
world's
one
first commercial quantum
time.
computers. This machine, made by Canada's D-Wave, will be installed in a NASA research center in California.
Okay, did everyone catch that? So D-Wave plus NASA plus Google are teamed up together, and they have a quantum AI lab whose slogan on Google Plus is new updates from the Quantum AI Lab's corner of the multiverse. You guys are so clever and funny. So D-Wave is not the AI of the future. What they're trying to do is be the first of the quantum computers so that everyone will say D-Wave instead of quantum computer. It's kind of like how, you know, we say Band-Aid instead of bandage, and we say Xerox instead of photocopy. Anyway, D-Wave is not the quantum computing of the future, and even their CEO, even D-Wave CEO says,
there are even other types of quantum computers that people are building. Microsoft has a really interesting project going on where they're trying to develop what's called a topological quantum computer. The problem is that type of computing will require the discovery of a particle called a non-abelian anion, which physicists do believe exists, but they haven't actually been able to identify one.
So if you caught that, he was saying that they need an antimatter particle that has not yet been discovered. That's pretty sure of themselves because Microsoft has already opened up this platform. They've already hired people. They've already got it in development stage. They're dang sure that this particle is going to exist. I think they know the future. I think that there's an AI in the future that is smart. I mean, like brilliant. So let's talk about how a quantum computer works. It uses 3 basic principles of quantum mechanics. 1, superposition. That's basically when something can be in 2 or more places at the same time. which can lead to quantum entanglement, where two things, no matter how far apart they are in time or space, they act the same way at the same time because they're connected. And finally, quantum tunneling, which is possible because things are connected via quantum entanglement. They can move freely in between both universes, both superposition states. So quantum computing theoretically tries to use these quantum concepts to process information. So here's the AI lab guys to tell you about it. And they're about to use a whole bunch of words that you may or may not understand. Just don't worry about it. Know that they are not really the future, okay?
Consciousness, intelligence,
Free will, determinism,
black holes,
protecting the planet from asteroids,
Heisenberg uncertainty principle,
atoms, ion traps, nuclear magnetic resonance, superconductors, photons,
artificial intelligence, machine learning, past and future, classical physics, time travel. I mean, the whole thing. Quantum physics puts everything into question.
It defies every intuition you have about the natural world.
Quantum is a very strange regime of physics.
Things can exist in this state of superposition where they could be like ghosting on each other, where they could be this and that at the same time.
Entanglement. Quantum entanglement.
Two objects, if they're quantum mechanically entangled, are still strongly related to each other, even though they can be a vast distance apart.
One is quantum tunneling.
Tunneling. Tunneling.
Tunneling is the slippage between universes.
For a long time, people thought those effects only existed in the microscopic domain.
Like atoms, electrons, photons.
But really, it's the theory of our universe.
So if you want to build a quantum computer, you want to incorporate those new phenomenon into information processing.
Maybe quantum.
All right, so let's review really quick. What is quantum computing? It utilizes superposition, which is something that can be in two or more states at once, and quantum entanglement, which
got some
is
problems, boom,
things that are
boom.
connected, no matter how far apart in time or space they are, they react the same way at the same moment to
And Tina,
only
fix
one
me a
of them's
drink while you're at it.
surroundings, so they stay connected. And then finally, quantum tunneling, which is essentially just moving in between these universes, okay, because of their connectedness. So they're able to talk to each other in their separate realities or universes or states of being. This is all fine and good as long as it's naturally occurring, because quantum entanglement can occur unnaturally due to CERN colliding particles together, and through those events of collision, quantum entanglement of many millions of particles happens, and those particles are thus quantum entangled forever. That is messing with matter in a way that, in my opinion, we shouldn't be doing. And now that quantum computers are on the rise, there are ways to manipulate these entangled particles into doing what we would like. So since there is a Microsoft platform for a quantum computing system that uses an antimatter particle.
Well, I am doing dream regression. Coming up here soon, boom, boom. So save your money, and I'll tell you what you was in your past life. I think that was $10. I'll tell you your future for $5. I'll tell you what you was in your past life for $10, and for $20, I will hypnotize you and get you to quit doing whatever you want to do.
I would suggest that we know exactly how quantum computers work. So let's continue.
I was going to ask you to explain quantum computing, but...
Okay. Very simply, normal computers work by... No, don't interrupt me. Normal computers work either there's power going through a wire or not. It's 1 or a 0. They're binary systems. What quantum states allow for is much more complex information to be encoded into a single bit. Regular computer bit is either a 1 or a 0, on or off. A quantum state can be much more complex than that, because as we know, things can be both particle and wave at the same times, and the uncertainty around quantum states allows us to encode more information into a much smaller computer. So that's what's exciting about quantum computing, and that's what we're doing.
Quantum computing is a whole new category of computing, and it directly leverages the laws of quantum mechanics to do a computation. Quantum mechanics are the most fundamental laws in the universe. It describes how everything in the universe works. What we've built, we use those laws of quantum mechanics.
Quantum computers allow us to access hidden features of nature. We're looking at the dynamics of atoms and molecules, and they found that those atoms and molecules behave nothing like what you experience at macroscopic scales.
One of the fundamental building blocks, or the fundamental building block of a quantum computer, is a thing called a qubit. Q-U-B-I-T, right? So it's basically a bit, the lowest level building block of a computer today. It's either a 0 or a 1, but it can also be in what's called the superposition of 0 and 1. In other words, it could be in two states, 0 and 1 at the same time.
There's something called superposition. Say an electron is going from point A to B. Your common conception of how an object travels from one place to another is to take a single trajectory across space. Electrons actually take all possible paths simultaneously. Imagine that you're at point A and you have to go through a maze with 1 billion possible paths to escape. If you're a classical you, you're going to try one path, that didn't work, come back, and you could imagine it taking many, many lifetimes.
I bet the cop
through
did let you
billion
go,
or never.
Tina. He was like, all right, you're free to go.
What if the same physical you could travel all those paths simultaneously? Another effect is quantum tunneling, wherein I can have an object on one side of an impenetrable barrier, and it will disappear and appear on the other side of that wall. If all of these different selves in these parallel streams of reality can talk to each other and collaborate, coherent evolution is when these paths can talk. Here you see a strip of film representing two realities, and when the two pieces of film are stuck together, we call that coherent evolution. They can talk to each other. That's another way that you could escape and explore domains that would otherwise be forbidden to you as a classical entity. And finally, quantum entanglement, which really bothered Albert Einstein. Example, imagine you had two pairs of dice, one in California, one in New York City. You roll them 1,000 times. But if you compare the die rolls 1,000 times out of 1,000 or 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000, they got the same result every time. It's as if the dice know about each other with no physical connection between them whatsoever. And that's how those disparate paths can talk to each other.
And superposition and entanglement is another quantum mechanical property.
When people started thinking about how to engineer
I hope you're okay, Heather.
Kind of quantum dynamics,
get well soon.
There's something called qubits. So bits, what you're all used to, it's a 0 or 1, basically a switch that can be on or off. But what if I could build a device that could be in two possibilities simultaneously and then concatenate them into an array? To put it the way David Deutsch, the progenitor of this field, quantum computation will be the first technology that allows a useful task to be formed in collaboration between parallel universes. Why is it if the universe at this microscopic scale behaves that way and you're built out of those constituents, you're not doing that?
In fact, it's quite difficult to do.
Okay, here we're finally going to hear from the CEO himself why D-Wave is very limited in what they are able to do. They need a very cold environment for their quantum computation to even work.
The processor is a quantum computer.
So they need these huge giant refrigerators that keep it cold enough for there to be
taco fries
computational
from Taco
processes
Bell
that can work. And the quantum computer is actually just that black part that you see. It's just the chip. That's the whole quantum computer, but it can't work without the giant refrigerator. And that is why D-Wave is limited in what they can do.
The overwhelmingly obvious killer app for quantum computation is optimization.
What our buddy there, Jordy Rose from D-Wave, means by optimization is making it work correctly. And by the way, yes, he's the one who said that D-Wave leaning up against one is like being next to the altar of an alien god. And I thought he was the CEO, but apparently he's not. This guy, Vern, is. Anyway.
Because the enemy of quantum computing is the environment. Things like temperature. And when you have temperature, you have molecules moving around that cause interference to the quantum computation. You also have electromagnetic interference from radio sources and gamma rays and all sorts of things. So you need to create a very quiet, clean, cold environment for these chips. Ultimately, what we're building is a quantum computer on a chip that's about the size of your fingernail. So these machines run at a very low temperature so that they can have that pristine, very clean, quiet environment to run in, and it doesn't disturb that quantum computation. Very, very cold, very, very rarefied environment, because we're also running in effectively a magnetic vacuum.
That's a very interesting choice of words there, a magnetic vacuum. Same principle behind how they get particle accelerators to work. Interesting. He also mentioned gamma rays earlier, which is one of the things that they are searching to find dark matter. But take a look at how happy and giddy he looks when he starts talking about aliens at random in just a second.
You could consider these environments, these rigs that we built, these systems that we built, to be probably the most rarefied environments in the universe, unless there's other intelligent life in the universe that has, purer, colder environments.
Say what? What you talking about, Willis?
For instance, outer space is 150 times warmer than the environment that we build for these quantum computations.
That makes me kind of wonder if dark matter is really like entities that need really cold environments to survive. Just crazy thoughts.
So you may ask, why do we go through all this trouble? The answer is, the promise of quantum computing is exponential speed-ups over classical computing.
Wow, he said that really fast and eloquently.
Things like developing drugs for cancer, or better modeling the molecular interactions of cancer and how it attacks cells and things like that.
Ah, okay, but when he lies, he doesn't talk eloquently.
Big data analysis, looking for patterns and inferences and drawing insight from large amounts of data.
Our computers already do that. Why would we need quantum ones?
Or doing things like better modeling financial services.
Oh, because it can do finances better. Gotcha.
Markets, and better managing risk and so on. So there's all kind of applications that aren't particularly well suited by today's type of computers, and I refer to today's computers as classical computers. They compute largely in the same way they have for the past 60 or 70 years.
Newsflash, D-Wave is not that much better than classical computers.
Why would we need any more powerful computers? These problems that we're trying to solve,
right, the cancer and all the financial markets and everything,
are incredibly hard problems and aren't well suited for the architecture of classical computing.
May I call bullshit, sir?
Quantum computing as another set of tools to develop and enhance some of these capabilities to really change the world.
Yeah, change the world, the universe, the reality, time, space.
D-Wave, with its choice of adiabatic quantum computing, has been very effective at solving real-world problems at real scale.
Yeah, I mean, they gave Scarecrow a gun and all kinds of other stuff.
We currently, as a civilization, we generate vast amounts of data. It could be climate data, genomic data.
Oh, wait. Genomic data? Why is Jordy Rose from D-Wave mentioning genomic data? That's uncool. Don't be messing with the genome, please, D-Wave.
It forces us to consider, more sophisticated notions of how the reality around us is actually shaped.
I can't ask it how long I'll live or the meaning of life. Really, we don't know what the best questions are to ask that computer. That's exactly what we're trying to understand now.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. We built this computer because we were going to cure cancer, and we need to implement these quantum level dynamics into our macro physical world. But we don't know really what its capabilities are. And Microsoft started building it without even knowing that the anion exists. The whole thing just seems backwards engineered to me. It's definitely fishy. Not to mention that D-Wave released their code so they could have everyone practice for free, open source. And that indicates to me that they don't really know how to use their own software, write their own code. It says quantum computing is real, but it's also hard. So hard that only a few developers, usually trained in quantum physics, advanced mathematics, or likely both, are likely to be able to do it. So they're fishing for people to write code for the software that they don't even have the imagination to do themselves. I mean, I don't know. That's an assumption. That's maybe unfair. But let's listen to the rest of the AI labs, basically programming of your mind.
To me, the most important question is, are we alone? And I have a feeling that quantum computers, as they mature, are going to help us answer that question.
Oh, I think you have no idea there, buddy. I think they may have already answered the question, are we alone? And here's some globe Earth programming for you guys. Look, there's the sun and space. It's all real, everybody. Oh, but wait, it gets better. There's some one-eye Illuminati symbolism at the end of this, okay? Just hang on.
And big questions. Some of those will be addressed in D-Wave. Some will be addressed at NASA. And some at Google.
I wasn't...
How amazing it is that we, with our monkey heritage and monkey brains and monkey fingers, have somehow lucked into a brain.
Ah, the Darwinism. Well, God made me. God made us, guys. That's what happened. And he loves you, by the way, all of us.
That human risk to go forth into
I
the
agree.
unknown frontier, whether it's space exploration or quantum exploration, we do it because we must. We do it because that's what it means to be human.
We do it because we are trying to change everybody's lives for the better, except all you poor people who make up most of everywhere on Earth. We don't care about you. Sorry, I'm a little pessimistic about this whole deal. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please give me your opinion.
She must not be broke because she said, y'all poor people. Well, loan me some money, bitch. That was bad wording. Yeah, I don't need nobody reminding me. I've been saving my money. I've been saving. That's my thing. That's why I probably didn't go nowhere tonight. I'm thinking, should I went out? And then I was thinking, nah, I better save my money. I might need it for something. Like a Corvette. So anything happened interesting in your lives today, guys? Share with me. Share. What's good in your worlds? Anybody win the lottery? If you did, send me some money. See anybody get mugged, robbed, shot, stabbed? A Bigfoot, an alien, UFOs, anything? A bum begging for change, I'll be good with that. I don't know, something. Did something happen in y'all's reality today? Okay, Boom Boom said boring life as usual. Okay, life can be boring. Georgia Peach, I went out with a couple few nothing special. I seen some aliens on TV. All right, that's getting close. We're getting warm, Michael. There you go. Aliens on TV. I don't know if that really damn counts, but you know, you're in the ballpark at least. Your mother-in-law came over. Speaking of Sasquatches, okay. Well, at least somebody seen a Bigfoot today. I mean, thank God. I was getting worried that this was all fake for a minute. There wasn't no Bigfeet or Yetis or abominable snowmans or El Chupacabras or... Next y'all gonna be telling me vampires and werewolves don't exist and stuff like that. Oh, I have big feet. Okay, you know what they say about women with big feet? Raw New Earth. Watch a redneck troll on YouTube trolling people about Bigfoot in a game. Okay. Okay. That's a. Let me read that one more time so I can comprehend that. Watch the redneck troll on YouTube trolling people about a Bigfoot in a game. Okay. I got you. Was he funny? I at least like funny trolls. They tend to be the best ones. Yeah, welcome to the room, Rave. You kind of snuck us there. It wasn't even a hello. We didn't even get a hey, what's up? We just, like, you came right in with guns swinging. I'm going to make a top 10 Mandela effect video for the month of March. So, guys, send me the top 10 Mandela effects you've seen. It can be anybody's, because I'm just splicing it together. It's just a top 10 of this month. So something new you've seen, or, you know, just send me a little bit of information on it. I need 10, at least 10, because I'm going to do 10. That's my thing. 10 each month. Of just the best ones on the internet. You know, the best 10 I've seen, which I ain't seen a lot because I've been hanging out with y'all guys. Okay. I'm curious. No, Jimmy, you got my attention. What about what they say about girls with big feet? I don't know, man. I had to sell that information to you. That's hidden guy knowledge. You would have to, I would break man code if I told you. So I can't tell you. Yeah, it's just synchronicity, man. I talk a lot about synchronicity, that everything in life happens for a reason and everything's kind of tied together. That's why we were just watching the video on quantum computers and quantum entanglement, because for some reason everything seems to happen for a reason. Now that reason I ain't figured out yet why, but now that I look back at my past, a lot of things that I've done had led me to where I'm at now, and if them things hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I'd be somewhere else, right? And I'm cool with where I'm at now. So I think everything in the past, in my past, has happened for a pretty good reason. I would hope to think so anyway. And everything's tied together. I was talking about this KGB agent that I ain't even seen on the news in like a year and a half. And I go into the restaurant right after talking about him, and it's on the news about the KGB agent. And I was like, man, that's just crazy. I was just talking about him. But everything in some weird way, guys, is synced together. Like, I started, you know, this ain't random that you found the page. It's synchronicity. That's all it is, Rave. Everything happens for a reason, man. The world is interconnected like a spider web. I gotta find this. Let's see. You got one I sent a while back on WrestleMania 14 with Mike Tyson. WrestleMania 14 with Mike Tyson. Oh, about him wearing the D-Generation X shirt. I remember you said something about that one. Okay, I can run with that one. I'm trying to remember it myself. My mistakes haunt me like ghosts. Okay, well, you need to get a exorcism and move on. You know what they say? If you're constantly looking in the past, you'll never see your future. You know, so don't be looking back. I ain't going back. That's why I don't look back. I'm going forward. I'm looking to my future. The past is behind me, and I ain't got no rearview mirror on these shades. I would have to get some of them spy glasses where, you know, where you got the little mirrors on the side, and you could be like with your girl, and you could still be checking out the chick behind you, and you just be walking and looking. You'd be like, yeah. And then you got to turn around to look at her butt, and your girl's like, what are you looking at? And you'd be like, oh, no. You know, it'd be something like that. I might have to get me some of these spy glasses this summer, too, so I can see if anybody's creeping up behind me. You remember Mike Tyson wearing a DX shirt. Okay, all right, we're going to run with it then. We'll run with it in the top 10. I need 9 more. It could be anybody's. I don't care who came out with it. It's just whatever ones are out. For this month, they're like something recent. Okay, yours haunted you for some years and then you had to give ghost. Alright. Yeah, I had some bad stuff in my past. I just don't dwell on it. I don't even think about it anymore. Wasn't that important. I guess at the time it seemed important. But when you look back at it later on, it was like, well, whatever. I sent a video link. Where did you send the video link to? What do you need to know about Bigfoot? Bigfoot is a intergalactic space alien, and he don't live on this planet. That's why nobody's ever captured him. He is actually from another planet. He comes here on a UFO. That's why there's a lot of UFO sightings around the same time there is Bigfoot sightings, because Bigfoot is here with his kids and they vacation constantly, and they like forests and stuff like that because, you know, they like to ski and snowboard and things like that because they're active in the sports, you know, these Bigfoot aliens, right? So Bigfoot comes here, you know, he camps out a couple days, and the reason nobody's ever caught him because he goes back to his ship and he leaves. You know, you got to check around holidays when they're vacationing, you know. And you'll always see a Bigfoot. He likes Yellowstone. He likes a lot of them natural parks, man. They like to land and hang out a little while and steal picnic baskets. And then, you know, go back to their mothership and meet back up. See? That's why they're, you know, nobody's ever caught one. Megalord. The big shark. Yeah, I was watching some stuff last night on the deepest part of the ocean is like in somewhere near China, and it's like totally unexplored. There could be like some super monster down there that could eat everybody. You know, there's always, you know, tales of the Kraken and, you know, big octopus just take over a ship and be like, right? And everybody thought it was all bullcrap, but then they got them squid that are like 50 feet and their tentacles reach for like, they could actually wrap around a small, you know, back in the day they had wooden boats. They didn't even have no aircraft carriers. They're floating around on matchsticks in the ocean, right? And them big octopus were coming up and they're dinner. I seen Bigfoot from Russia. Okay. Ate Bigfoot for dinner. Eats the other white meat. Okay, yeah. I bet you don't have no tonsils either, boom boom. Ha! Okay. So what do I need to know about Bigfoot? In chat, oh my god, LOL. I seen Bigfoot, okay. You can find it by looking up Bigfoot. So y'all two are on the same page. I like the Jams TV too, by the way. Okay, yeah, there's Jams TV 1. Not 1, but just regular Jams TV also. This is where we run our live stuff. I post all my videos on Jams TV. So if you don't know and if you're new, Kung Fu Chop that subscribe button. Give this video a like and share it to your grandma, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your brother, sister's best friend that knows somebody that's pretty cool. That works for me too. You know what I'm saying? Just scream out Jams TV everywhere you go. You know. High five an old lady in the face and be like, Jams TV. No, don't do that because you might get me sued. But, yeah, I just come up here every now and then and hang out. And we watch crazy videos on everything from conspiracy, Mandela effects. A lot of Mandela effect stuff. A lot of reality stuff. Thanks for not saying smash. Who the hell would say smash? I don't want y'all to smash my sister. I want some ninja shit. Kung Fu chop it, man. Of course. That's my patented phrase, man. When the next first YouTuber I catch saying it, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna show them how come I'm the Kung Fu chop master. If you was at Jams TV, it says it right on my name when it pops up on the screen. It says jimmyjamz, Kung Fu chop master. Now, if it says it on the internet, it has to be true, guys. Totally. So if my name says Kung Fu chop master, that means I got a vicious chop, right? I'm talking Kung Fu grip. I don't play around. And you like, if two people coming at me, I'd be like, I double chop it. That's why I ain't had to worry about no ninjas in a while. They know. I'm like a Shaolin monk. Pimp slap that like button. Make him a bitch. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there you go. Pimp slap that like button. I said have my money like button. Had to have my money. That like button, but I had my money. Yes, totally. Bigfoot is totally intergalactic. He lives on the dark side of the moon sometimes. That's like one of his vacation homes. He has a couple of them. Usually Bigfoot lives in Uranus. How much does a pack of cigarettes cost in your area? A pack of cigarettes in my area is like $7. $7 big bucks. I need to quit smoking. Shit's killing me. Is that the conversation topic? I know in New York it's like 13 or something like that. 17. It's like so high you just want to quit smoking. 18 here. That's what I'm talking about. You can go out and buy you some drugs with $18. Why would you want to smoke cigarettes when they're that high? Good Lord. Get a vape. Yeah, I guess you would need something at $18 a pack. I was in Manhattan, guys, right? And I walked in the store and it was like the same thing, like $17 or something like that for a pack of cigarettes. And I was like, damn, I'll just walk out here. You know, it's Times Square. There's 1 million people. I'll just bum me a cigarette. I swear to God, 300,000 people must walk by me. Not one single soul smoked. It's like everybody in New York don't smoke. I was like, this got to be crazy. It's like nobody smoked. I was like, but I can understand it because cigarettes are so high. You would have to get like a second job to smoke cigarettes. Air clean as hell in New York.
Opinions, feedback. Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching and much love to everybody.
Much love. All right, let's see what else we got on the crazy Mandela stuff tonight.
Hey guys, how's it going? Today...
It ain't going good. Shut your face, commercial. You know, that's the only bad thing. Jams TV, we had Red, right? And, so we never had commercials. Until now.
Hello and welcome back to Planet Nibiru. It has been a minute since we have done a Mandela effect video, and this one is a whopper. It is jam-packed with so much residual proof that I have been sent by viewers and collect.
Now, when he said whopper, does he mean like with onions and pickles, ketchup, mustard on a sesame seed bun? Because, you know, all I had was like a taco and them little nacho fries. I'm still kind of hungry.
Myself over the past few months that it is now hard for anyone to deny that something is going on. Please watch the whole video because the last two pieces of evidence are so strong, so bulletproof, that I believe it will blow the lid off this phenomenon for good. Seriously, watch and see for yourself. So let's start with updating some of the residuals we have already presented. First up, the book. Most of you will remember the book English Alive that we found that was published in 1991, stating that Nelson Mandela died in 1991. You will also remember that I have tried several times to contact one of the authors, Kathleen Hugh. I emailed her at her university email address 3 times with no reply. So, either the university is filtering the email as spam
I'm definitely
or
not
something,
vegan.
or she does not want to be associated with this effect. Since then, one of our astute community members has found her on LinkedIn, the job networking social media site.
Steve gonna be blowing the bathroom up. Don't go in there tonight, Tina. It's gonna be bad. Better call, I don't know who you better call. Somebody that deals in, wallpaper that's been stripped.
I'm a member of LinkedIn, and I have extended her an invite on there last week. I have not heard back from her yet, but I will let you know how this goes. This is not unusual since most people only check their LinkedIn infrequently.
I hate people that don't show their face. I want to see this dude's ugly mug. Why do people gotta talk videos? I want to see your face.
Frequently or when they are actively seeking a job, so I am still hoping to connect with her and get some answers. I have also received about 200 comments.
See, because right now in my mind, I'm trying to think of what this dude looks like by his voice. And I'm having a hard time picturing. I'm thinking skinny guy, kind of nerdy. I don't know. That's why I like when people show their face, so I can see who I'm listening to. When you don't show your face, you could be anybody. You know, and that's just weird. I just can't listen to anybody. I at least want to see who's talking.
Saying that the book was written in 1990 and published in 1991, just 4 months after his death, so how could they have known about his death beforehand? We covered this in the first video, but for those of you who didn't get it the first time, or didn't read my reply to your comment, or if you're just new to this, the book was written in 1990.
He said a gap between his teeth. He could have a gap between his teeth. He don't sound too redneck, so I'm thinking, let's see. Let me think what state this guy's from. Let's see. I'm going to go with he's from Minnesota. And, let me think. Hold on. Let me pull his future up. He lives in a suburban neighborhood. Still lives with his parents. He's probably about 24, 25 years old. He drives a Toyota Corolla. Bet money on it. That's y'all's free psychic reading. He got one. See, free, just do.
By high school students as part of an English language class. The book was published as a textbook as part of a series by the same name, English Alive, by the two professors Anita Kennett and Kathleen Hugh, who are both listed as the authors of the book in the WorldCat Online Library Catalog. The book is 54 pages long, and on the very last page of the book is where it is mentioned that Nelson Mandela has died. This is most likely an epilogue or glossary section, as almost every textbook I have ever.
Tina, from your voice, I could tell you straight where you were from. I would say either Georgia or Alabama. And, you know, if we was at a carnival and I got 3 guesses, you wouldn't win no teddy bear. I can tell you now. So, that was an easy one. But I know southern people. Anyway, I can just tell. What gets me is them people that live up north that are like redneck and southern. They kind of mess me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, I don't know. They kind of, you know, they got both that thing going on.
Ever read has some type of section like this in the back. So the question remains regarding why the book states this, and we will have to continue trying to contact Kathleen Hugh for information from her. If anyone can get a line on Anita Kennett, please let me know. I cannot find any way to contact her. I've spent hours digging through social media sites and through the South African library and university systems with no luck at all. She may have gotten married and changed her last name or something.
And this guy also has way too much free time if he's going to the library and he's looking all this stuff up and that's just way too much time, dude. Way too much time. You got way too much free time. You need a hobby.
So we will just have to let that one play out. I have also received hundreds of comments from viewers and the community members stating that they own. Remember him dying, but they remember his funeral. Some remember a lawsuit involving his wife, Winnie Mandela. Some folks remember a charity event or a concert and celebrities wearing t-shirts that bore his prison number. and to show their support for the dead leader. Some comments refer to some people being taught this in school, in the classroom, that he was dead, that he had died in prison, and the list goes on and on and on. We have all seen the video of former President Bush during his presidency stating that Mandela is dead.
Mandela's dead.
We even have a German radio network magazine that reported his death 6 months before it actually happened in 2013.
That's crazy. Mandela died.
In this issue of Deutsche
Like
Welle,
zombie
they
Mandela.
dedicated the cover to his supposed passing earlier in 2013. But somehow, it took the rest of the world and Mr. Mandela 6 more months to catch up to the article. So, there is some pretty decent residual evidence out there pointing to that one single facet of this phenomenon that is named after Mr. Mandela. However, there are so many facets to this phenomenon that it's hard to imagine that anyone can deny its existence, but yet they do. We have covered the Volkswagen logo and Ford logo changes to death,
not the Ford
so we will
logo.
skip past
Oh
the
my
tons
God,
of evidence for those having changed, as well as the changes to the locations of Australia, Sicily, and the entire continent of South America, which has
who
all
cares?
been covered and documented.
I know where I'm at.
So let's move
I'm
on
over
to
there
some
somewhere.
new residuals that I think are shocking and not only add to the case for the Mandela effect, but literally prove that it's real and
I hope his
happening.
drawers don't fall off.
We will start small and we will end up with a bang, building in importance as we go. And believe me, it is a big bang coming. There was a big hubbub about Mickey Mouse not having...
I'm good with this as long as he ain't part of the gang bang gang. Because he's talking a lot of banging going on in this video. And it's a little weird. You know. Especially if he's got a gap between his teeth. And he's talking about banging. I don't know. And he be going to them libraries. You know, it be happening in the library, right? Yep. That's what be happening in them libraries. People be reading books. Getting smart and shit. That's a scary thing. That's scary. This dude scares me.
Suspenders in this new timeline. But I was recently sent a screenshot where he is clearly rocking some red suspenders. Now, is this residual proof? Maybe so. Or maybe it's just a one-off. The Monopoly guy in this timeline has no monocle. However, I have also received several images of him with the monocle. Sure, these could be photoshopped, so I will not say they are absolute proof, but you can take them at face value and decide how much weight to give them. Monocles and suspenders aside, let's talk about something that we have all experienced. Vaseline. I don't know how many times I have seen when...
Okay, he's hanging in the library. He's talking about a lot of banging. And he just broke out the Vaseline. Now, guys, do y'all want to finish watching this video? Because it might get a little sick at the end. I don't know. I hope we don't bring no cats or no, like, sheep into the next Mandela effect. Because then I'm going to get really scared. And I don't know if I can do this tonight. Like, I be having bad dreams. And this, it might be this guy. See, I can't see his face. So I'm thinking the worst. Like, now I'm seeing, like, you know, he's talking about banging with some Vaseline. YouTube is a scary place. Like, this dude could literally be a serial killer. And he could be outside my house right now because I'm talking about him live. He could have seen it. And he could be my neighbor. And I'm thinking he's from Minnesota. But really, he's from VA. And he's, like, right across the street. And he's going to come over here and naked, rubbed, covered in Vaseline. And I'm going to have to defend myself against a slippery naked guy. And that's a scary thing. And it's all because of YouTube. It goes back to that synchronicity.
Of these containers in my life, but it has to be in the thousands. Every household in America has at least one tub of Vaseline in it somewhere, I'm sure. It's great for everything.
No, buddy. Every house don't have a tube of Vaseline. I have no Vaseline. I don't even have a fucking frying pan or a pot in this house. I had to use Solo cups. I mean, there's nothing, right? Every house does not have Vaseline, dude. Just your house has been overstocked in Vaseline for some reason. With your banging Mandela effect. Okay? Banging.
Lips, dry hands, dry skin, rub rashes, the list goes on and on.
I bet your list does go on and on and on and on and on. Like the Energizer Bunny. What about that Mandela effect? He can bring that one out right after the Vaseline.
I have even used it to grease certain parts on tools and things like that.
I bet you have. What tool did you grease with it? That's what I want to know. You notice he didn't tell you which tool, but he greased some tools. He's greased a few tools with is what he said, right? A few tools. This dude's been greasing with that. Let me tell you this. I ain't got no Vaseline in my house. And I can damn sure tell you, I have never greased no tools with no damn Vaseline. I don't know what kind of work this dude does, but apparently it's with greasy ass tools. Where's the drummer when you need him? Nothing? Damn, I'm gonna cheat it. I need to hire some, like, stage hands or something, man. Damn. This is terrible.
And it works great. I love Vaseline.
This is my whole video right here, right? This is my million hits. Just talking about this is a million hits right here. This is the best video I ever made. He loves Vaseline. This dude could be the poster child for Vaseline. Thank you. It's good for chapped lips and greasing tools. Greasing tools is what Vaseline is good for. Guys, that's a life hack. I don't know if y'all knew it, but it's brought to you by this dude. Oh my God. That's why you should show your face on YouTube, man.
I even love the Stone Temple Pilots song named Vaseline.
That's a lot of Vaseline love. Okay. It was strange when how much he described how much he loved Vaseline. But when he said he loved the song by Stone Temple Pilots, that was just a little bit too much. I think that was like the icing on the cake. But I think his cake got some of them exploding candles on it. And like, it's going to go out with a big bang. That's what I'm going to use in my next video. Guys, make sure you stay tuned to this video. At the end, there's a big gang bang. And dude, I'm going to have my watch time. It's going to go through the roof. I'm going to make it like a 2-hour video. And then, like, everybody's going to watch it for like 2 straight hours waiting to get to the gang bang. And it's just going to be like, damn, he clickbaited us, right? And, you know, sometimes you got to chum the water. I don't know if I can take this guy much more, man. He freaked me out with his analogies.
Which, oddly enough, is spelled with an O, not an E.
Okay, he knows how the shit is spelled. He's like, don't come in here with no fake Vaseline now. He knows his lubes, okay? This dude knows he's a professional lube guy. Maybe he's a mechanic, and he lubes cars, and that's why he's talking about lubing tools. He's a professional luber by trade. This dude's done talked about Vaseline for fucking 20 minutes. No, he hasn't. He's probably been just a minute, but I keep stopping him so I can laugh at him.
Because you see, in this reality, or timeline, or whatever you want to call it.
That's what I said, that he was from the inner gangbang when he was talking about the banging. I was like, this is one of them inner gangbang dudes. He's all, Vaselined up. Imagine this dude running your house naked, covered head to toe with Vaseline, and you can't shoot him. In Virginia, you can't. If you're unarmed, you can't shoot the person, right? But what if he was naked, covered in Vaseline, and you had to defend yourself against a person like this, right? And you're like, oh, hell no, right? I just had to shoot you and take the charge, you know. As long as they pick me out a good cell with a good celly, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of cellies, if anybody sees Wild Man, tell his ass to call me. Alright, let's go back to the Vaseline King.
Vaseline has no O. Nope. V-A-S-E-L-I-N-E is how it is spelled now, and seemingly always has been. The problem is that we find so many people misspelling the word, like right here on this website. With the picture of the jar right under the title, you'd think that a professional blogger might get the spelling of the product and the subject of their article right? Well, no. Maybe not. Now, of course, words get misspelled all the time. and Vaseline sounds a lot like gasoline. So maybe that is why it is so often misspelled? Sure, that might be possible. However, I was recently sent some images that clearly show that at one point there...
Am I worried about GPS, Steve? Is that what you said? Hold on, let me pull the chat up so I can see what y'all are saying for a minute. We'll go back to the Vaseline guy in a minute. Creepy perv. The Vaseline jar is dirty. It works good on Rubik's Cubes. Screwdriver works best. We had generic Vaseline. Red Solo Cup. LOL. I'm playing Home Run Derby with him. Who you playing Home Run Derby with? Now, guys. Alright, by show of hands. How many of y'all have a jar of Vaseline in your house? Come on, don't lie. Let's be honest. We're on a trust thing here at Jams TV. Mandela effect theory. The universe is mental. Yes, dude, totally. Batshit crazy. Batshit crazy, boy. Go down, 2 clicks on the lamp. We'll go down on that stump. Go down and get some catfish. We're going to bait them hooks. Crazy. Crazy. Ah, 47, my man. Oh, my Lord. Cheese rock. Oh, that's too good. Too good. That's just... You win joke of the night, 47. That was the best one yet. That was good. Okay. Rave New Earth. No Vaseline in his house. Alright. That's good. That's a good sign. If your lips are chapped, go buy some damn chapstick. You don't need no Vaseline. James probably got... You got any Vaseline in your house, James? That's a weird question to ask somebody when they come in the room. Hey, man, you got any Vaseline in your house? Thank you for watching Jams TV 2, brought to you by Vaseline. We grease them up. That's what we do here. It's good for tools, apparently. Oh, this is too good. Let's see how much longer this dude talks about lubrications.
There were some jars out there using the O in the spelling, not the E. Not only that, but in this medical textbook called Methods of Adipose Tissue Biology, and this is on...
He used to, you know what it is he's just used to saying O when he uses that Vaseline.
On Google Books, by the way, they use the O in the spelling. Again, we could attribute the spelling to a mere error on the part of the technical writer who wrote the book and the editor who missed the misspelling, or maybe Vaseline used to be spelled with an O. The pictures that were sent to me seemingly suggest that it was. Okay, so let's do some rapid fire ones because the video is getting a little bit longer than I...
Yeah, it's getting long. It's definitely getting long. And lubed. He talked about lube for 20 minutes. And then I had to talk for 20 minutes. So that's 40 minutes. We just went over on purity, Vaseline, and lube. Now, only on Jams TV. The things I do to entertain my boredom just sometimes amazes me, myself. Now, if he goes and talking about a Mandela effect with anything else weird, I'm going to have to run.
I intended, and I know I'll get some complaints from those of you guys out there with ADD, so we all know JCPenney now has an E at the end of it. JCPenney, P-E-N-N-E-Y is how it is spelled now. But did it always? Let's take a look at these images. How about those cup noodles? Now this is one that irks me to no end. Having probably survived on these things for years when I was younger,
He survived for years on cup noodles. Okay, alright. So I was right, he is skinny.
Noodles, and here is some residual proof that proves that.
Told you he was skinny, guys. See? My psychic abilities. He lived for years off of noodles. You know he ain't fat. He ain't got no protein in him. Oh, maybe he does. They can come all night, guys. I can do them all night. Oh, Ronnie the Rat's in the room. See, now that's a good creative
and here is some
screen
residual
name. Ronnie
proof that proves that at least I am
now
not
we
the
just
only
need
one who
Voltron
remembers
and
it that
Brain.
way. Now it seems like the folks over at LucasArts have a
Prime
problem
Optimus.
remembering that C-3PO had a silver leg
is my Spanish
because,
for
as it
Hector.
turns out, they put him in a video game with 2 gold legs on it.
Best screen name of them all. Ronnie the Rat.
And they put him on a pinball machine hood, again, with 2 gold legs. What gives you guys? So yeah, stick around for one more massive Star Wars reveal at the end of this video. I'm saving that for the second to last because it is huge. So Star Wars,
that's what he
love
said.
You, and we'll get back to you. Okay, on to music. There is a song by Panic! At the Disco called I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. And in this song, there's a line that says, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? The problem comes in because mostly everyone I have spoke to and who has heard the song and who has loves this song are adamant that the song always said, haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? Now this isn't a huge difference, but people are very passionate when it comes to this one. So much that another well-known singer...
Okay, I don't think nobody's that passionate. The only person that cares that I know that cares about Panic! At the Disco is my daughter. She loves Panic! At the Disco. It's like one of her favorite bands. And she just went and seen them in concert not long ago. But me, myself, who cares? It's just so little that it ain't a good... Is this the bang he's talking about? He better have a better gangbang than this. I'm telling you.
Singer named Halsey was so affected by this that she even contacted the lead singer of Panic! At the Disco and asked him about it. His response is classic because it clearly proves that there is some residual proof of the Mandela effect happening and that the Mandela effect is real. His reply was that this is some Berenstein Bears shit right here. So he is clearly blaming the Mandela effect for this lyric change. What can you say to that? This is coming from the guy who wrote the song. All I can say is boom. Speaking.
All he can say is boom. That's all he can say. Boom. All I can say is boom. That it wasn't even that damn good. All I can say is boo. If this was a Mandela Apollo, you would just got snatched off the damn stage. Good Lord. I want my time back. What's this dude's phone number? Track him down. I want my damn time back. Felt like a time lapse, and I just went back in stupidity.
Of which, sticking with the music theme for a moment, we have the lyrics to Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas. Now this song was released in 2008, and the lyric, as most people remember it, is I'm so 2008 and you're so 2000 late, which makes sense. Fergie is saying that she is very current and hip, and everyone else just sucks and we're not all with it and hip like she is. However, the song lyrics nowadays read, I'm so 3008 instead of 2008. So I just don't get it. Why would she say I'm so 3008 and you're so 2000 late? Doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah, because she's
Maybe
the
someone
future,
will
is
corner
what she's
her
saying.
or Will I Am and get their take on the lyric change, but it just doesn't sound right to me.
Right now, let me insert this for this guy. Let me save you the time. Boom! Boom!
I was never that big of a fan, so I can't say for sure, but many people are saying it was always 2008, and that makes sense to me. What doesn't make sense is that the Statue of Liberty has discreetly moved from Ellis Island to a place called Liberty Island. Now there are thousands of people who swear that the statue resided on Ellis Island, welcoming immigrants from the world over as they entered the United States.
Oh, I can explain this one. When David Copperfield made this damn thing disappear, he moved it. Mandela effect busted. Solved. I should make a video like that too. Debunking the Mandela effect of the Statue of Liberty. David Copperfield moved it. Remember, he made it disappear. Bam! Gotcha. Another clickbait video. Awesome one. David Copperfield, Mandela effect involving the Statue of Liberty and David Copperfield. That's a banger. That's a banger. Boom! Right there. Insert boom. Insert a chop. That's all it needs.
The inscription on a plaque in the pedestal at its base tells the story nicely, I think. It says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free." It's part of a poem written during the fundraising campaign.
Okay, look. For you, Boom Boom, look, just lube yourself up in some Vaseline, right? And roll around in some thumbtacks. Works every time.
To fund the base pedestal for the statue that was given to us as a gift from France. Ellis Island has long been the destination for those who wish to become a U.S. citizen, and in the minds of many, including myself, it was the home to the statue as well. But it seems that we were all wrong. Personally, I have never spent any time in New York City. Being from Boston.
He's from Boston! Where did I say? Where did I say he was from? Minnesota? Where's Boston at?
Boston. I have been through New York City many times while traveling, but I have never really stopped in as a tourist and seen the sights. So
oh, I said Minnesota. I meant Massachusetts. I was close though. See, my psychic ability's at 85. I was super close. I could see the M, and I know he drives a Toyota Corolla. I seen that clearly. It's a green one. He lives in a one-story ranch house with the upstairs, but it's like got the little A-frame windows.
So to speak. But people who have visited New York City and the statue itself several times even swear that it was located on Ellis Island.
But I'll be honest with you, I've been to New York twice. And when I went to New York, the Statue of Liberty was on Ellis Island.
I remember learning in school that it was located on Ellis Island, and that always made sense to me because of the immigration thing. But nope, it's on Liberty Island, and we're all just... It's on Liberty Island, and we're all just gonna have to get used to that fact. Okay, getting bigger and more profound as we move on, it's time to get biblical.
Not biblical.
We have what many, myself included, consider to be smoking gun evidence that changes are occurring. In the Bible, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 6, has changed in all major versions of the Bible. From the lion shall lay with the lamb, to the wolf shall lay with the lamb.
Okay,
now, you don't even
Helix.
have to be a Christian to be affected by this one.
Okay.
So many people who aren't even Christians know this verse. It has in itself become a saying of sorts when referring to things in life that are out of sorts or backwards, or when things go wrong and don't make sense. People sometimes even use this verse as a reference to end times events. But the evidence is overwhelming that this verse did in fact state the lion and the lamb. Just look at all the religious imagery out there that refers to this passage. There are literally thousands of images of lions laying beside a lamb. You can look at them all day long on different websites and on Google and everywhere else. Yet there are very few images of a wolf laying beside a lamb.
Hector is the little rat. Hector is, he's back here somewhere. Oh, he's on my drink machine over there. He's holding the drink machine down because I had a couple blocks of cheese in it yesterday. So he, been hanging over there by it. He's the little rat. He's not the rat that stands up. That's Ronnie. He's the little long rat. And he's from Tijuana. Alright, let's get to this guy's main Mandela effect. Okay. Surprise kill. His main Mandela effect is the JFK car. Boom. Okay. We can skip the rest of that. We know how that ended, right? We know that story. Was it a 6-seater car? Was it a 4-seater car? It don't really matter what type of car it was. Hey, I say his name is Hector, okay? I don't know how he says it. I just know I call him Hector. From Tijuana. He's supposedly Ronnie Rat's cousin. On his mother's side. I don't know. He's a weird one. I think he wants to kill me. Some nights I'll be asleep and I wake up and he'd be just staring at me. Like I don't know what he's looking at. Like he'd just be eyeballing me with little red beady eyes. It's weird. I might have to stab him one night. I ain't sure. I sleep with a knife by my bed. Just in case. Just in case there's a rat attack. You know what I'm saying? Never know when a rat will turn on you. They'd be mad, you know, contractual disputes. And then they'll be like, man, you've been using a green screen. You ain't said shit about us. And, you know, they just might come after me and try to kill me. Because, you know, the machines are taking over in Voltron and Primal Optimus. They're both machines. So they might just be like, I'm hoping what will happen, though, is when the machines take over and Primal and Voltron try to come and get me, that Ronnie the Rat, Hector, and Brain, you know, kind of step in and defend me, because then it's like 3-on-2, you know, and I think them odds are pretty good in their favor. If Hector hits them low and Ronnie hits them high, and Brain just, you know, comes in with the clothesline, it's a wrap. That's a wrap. Machines lose, rats win. You know, rats are going to be the last species on the world anyway. After everybody else is gone, it'll still be Hector, Ronnie Rat, and Brain. They'll still be left. You might have to go pee soon. We know what you're going to go do, Boom Boom. You need to get you one of them vibrating hotel beds. Like they got in the cheap hotels. Or the hotel is sticky. Why is this whole room sticky? Don't turn on the black light. No black lights in hotel rooms. You won't want to stay there. So, go sit on the washer when it's on spin. There you go, Boom. There's a Southern secret from Miss Georgia Peach there about the washer. No wonder women like doing clothes so much. See? Like, nah, you ain't doing my laundry. I know what you up to. You gonna have that thing on my balance off on my washer. Be knocking when it's turned. He don't speak no English. No English. He don't speak no Spanish either, because I don't know how to speak Spanish. So as soon as I learn Spanish, he'll learn Spanish. Oh, Lord. Time killing. Hard in the yard. I can see through my face. That's kind of weird. I don't have all the lights on tonight, guys, because it was, I don't know. I don't feel like blinding myself. I'll cut them on when I make videos. Right now, I'm just like a translucent ghost. It depends where I sit. If I'm over here, I'm good. Like if I'm behind the mic, you can't see me. I'm going to start shooting all my videos like this. Hey guys, this is Jimmy. Welcome to JM's TV. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and all that good stuff. This video is on what I look like. We all mystery. A peek over every now and then. What you doing? Your reptilian is showing. I know. I can't help it, guys. Y'all already know. The secret's out. When they come to get me, I'll be prepared. I got some reindeer slippers. I can defend myself with a reindeer slipper. I'll be like, back off. If I hit you in the head with Rudolph, right? Everybody got to have a pair of reindeer slippers. If you don't own no reindeer slippers, you got some personal problems. Issues in your life. I wanted some monster feet, but I couldn't find none. So I ended up with Rudolph. All I wanted was like some... Oh, even Bigfoot would have been cool. Maybe I should have ordered them online. Get me some Bigfoots. No, because then I'd be tripping over stuff. I just want like some monster claws or something. Some pterodactyl feet. So my reptilian feet don't show. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of scaly. They are cute slippers. Zip up your pants, Jimmy. My pants are zipped up. Y'all can't even see my pants. I'm naked from the neck down. I'm just kidding. I always tell people I'm black from the waist up. Not from the waist down. Got bad credit. Don't know my daddy. Smoke blunts. And might slap a hoe. So yeah, I'm black from the waist up. Oh, too good. Alright, I'll be here 2 shows a week. Make sure you tip your comedian. Because liquor ain't cheap. You ever had to pay for a drug addiction? It's hard. In the summertime, I look black. That's what Tina said. Okay. Just don't steal my bike. And we alright. I'm about to get kicked right off YouTube for that one. What did he say? Steal my bike. Oh, no, he didn't. Look, I'll tell y'all a story. And this is a jail story because it fits the penitentiary bars in here, right? I was in jail, and I was in jail. It was March. Some basketball's on, you know. Every black dude in the jail watched basketball. Which, you know, I don't blame. Basketball a good sport. That ain't the thing. But I was getting tired of watching damn basketball. So, I was arguing with the deputy over the remote to the TV. And he was like, "What do you want to see, Mr. Williams?" Right? And I was like, I don't know what came through my head to say this, but this is what I said. I said, cause I just told the truth, right? I guess the truth just came out, you know. I said, I want to watch anything other than BET or fucking basketball. And the whole jail, the whole pie got quiet to hear what I said. Every dude in there was like, "Oh, no, the fuck he didn't. Oh, my God, no, white boy. We're watching basketball all month," and shit, right? So they said all that. But when I ended up getting the remote control, I watched a double hitter of baseball, the Atlanta Braves. And let me tell you, people hate baseball. And really, I didn't even want to watch that much baseball. I just wanted to watch it because people were being an asshole about the TV. And I wanted to show them that shit worked 2 ways. You know what I'm saying?
There's an old film called Sergeant York starring Gary Cooper. In this film, there is an old man reading this verse from the Bible.
She'll be much obliged to...
Well, I gotta mess with my stretch pants. These are fitted. I call them fitted. Y'all can say they're stretch pants. I'm wearing leggings, right? I got some leggings on. My chicken legs and some leggings. Y'all seen the dude in that video on YouTube where he's wearing the yoga pants bent over in the car? And all the dudes are walking by hollering at him. He turns around, that's the dude. That's too funny. It's just too funny. That's a good one. That's a good YouTube video. What do y'all want to see? Stand up and let y'all see what? Hey, that's all on my Pornhub channel. For $20, I will give you the link to my Pornhub channel. That's $20. You can send it to P.O. Box 7433, Chesapeake, Virginia 23324. Write that down. That's the P.O. Box. Send me $20, and I'll send you back the Pornhub link. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I know who I am. Do you?
Hold on, baby girl.
You're a slave. Disenfranchised, don't even know it. You drive your shitty truck to your shitty house, live out your shitty life. You think you're better than me?
Y'all don't make me do the crotch grab and the Michael Jackson leg kick. Y'all don't even want to see that. Yeah, y'all don't even want it. Y'all don't even want the. Y'all don't even want it. Y'all don't even want it. Got moves. Got moves. I don't have to dance. I make money moves. If you see me in the street and I don't speak, that means I don't fucks with you.
You play by the rules. Whose rules? My life is my own.
No, I do not accept IOUs. It's cash on delivery. No CODs. Cash on delivery. It's called JimmyJamz Gone Wild.
You ain't even heard a word I said. I don't give a shit about.
I also take Bitcoin. If you got Bitcoin. PayPal. JimmyJamz@gmail.com. Oh, wait, no, it's JimmyJamz757 at gmail.com. PayPal at $20. Mail it to me. Fax it. Get a quantum computer and send it to me through quantum entanglement.
What you said. I'm an outlaw.
I'm a fucking outlaw.
I'm an outlaw. I'm an outlaw.
Land of the big bucks is where I'll be. I got shine in the stumps as far as you can see. Country Al Capone, to find me you need a drone. Walk up in my woods and get a brought into the dome. I got frog gigs, trot lines, catfish hooks, and sharpened buck tines. All for you. If you cross me for the last time, put you down together while listening to Patsy Cline. All my competition moving like molasses. Got girls cooking shots so I can look at their fat asses. Riding into town, I'm a horse with the force. They always trying to catch you, but I communicate in Morse. Death to the carpetbagger, always looking dapper. Hit him with the dagger, put his ass up on a platter and feed me. I'm hungry, mother truckers, just trying to make some money, get out and burn rubber. Shot collar from a holler. We just trying to make a dollar. Dirt road scholar, backwoods baller. Come to our holler and you gon' get slaughtered. Shot collar from a holler. We just trying to make a dollar. Dirt road dawn, backwoods brawn. If they got a problem, we tell them to bring it on.
A shot collar from a holler. Born in that muddy where dirty pigs waller. Deep
in the thicket where them yuppies cannot follow. Homegrown hemp is growing, but them pines grow taller. Got a slough full of trot lines, woods full of drop tines. Everybody got shine, sample some but not mine. Cause that shit'll put some hair on your chest. Looking like a woolly mammoth, need some nair on my chest, yeah. The smoke dog told me don't you trust the city slicker. And now she ain't a keeper if that girl don't shoot the liquor. These city chickies can't handle our southern ways. On Saturday we wasted, Sunday morning we pray, yeah. Couple country spitters represent the grand division. Created such a buzz, we need a Narcan prescription. We got it out the mud and built it out of rough lumber. Used to barely mutter, now we blaring thunder. But he got my shot, collar from a holler.
We just trying to make a dollar. Dirt road scholar, backwoods baller. Come to our holler and you gon' get slaughtered. Shot collar from a holler. We just trying to make a dollar. Dirt road dawn, backwoods brawn. If they got a problem, we tell them to bring it on. Back in the woods, getting me a deal. Outlaw and them boys are back again. We've been drinking blended bourbon, flowing straight about the barrel. The King Tut of the woods, still slinging arrows. Yeah, they call me fat, even though I know I'm narrow. Mess around and I'ma have to hit you with a chair boat. Mowing and tucking and crooked, I'm about to get back to my roots on. Pissing on the tree, about to put my Justin boots on. Busting out the tree house, got the bone bubbling. Big boobs busting out the blouses and I'm loving it. Trumping competition and disobeying the government. The damn tax man can kiss my ass, I've had enough of him. Still calling shots from the tree stand. Still going nuts, college pecans. Still going strong, can't stop me. Backwoods badass, that is what they call me. Collar from a holler. Dirt road scholar, backwoods baller. Come to our holler and you gon' get slaughtered. Shot collar from a holler. Dirt road dawn, backwoods brawn. If they got a problem, we tell them to bring it on. Down.
Today, the average person can create an online business doing what they love and profit from it. The problem is that it seems like it's only possible for tech-savvy people. How do I make a website? What the heck is a plugin? No, I don't want another one of your website cookies. You want me to insert your meta tag where? It all sounds really complex.
Damn,
so
that
much so that it feels
teleporter
like
is
tech
getting
gurus
crazy.
and super geeks are the only ones that can get any of it.
From a dusty trail he came, all the way from the Aleutian Islands on an Alaskan fishing boat to the rolling hills of Kentucky, through the backwoods of Missouri to the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, across the hot swamps of Florida to the lakes of Tennessee. With a dog named Bandit by his side,
With a dog
he
named
rides. He is the backwoods badass.
Sounds like me.
Keep it frickin' hillbilly, this is what I say. In every single way, I live it every single day. Judging from my looks, you say that I'm a hick. You think that I get mad, but now this is my shtick. Boots on, camouflage, Copenhagen deal. Moonshine jar, think I might get me a sip. Redneck, hillbilly, country mother trucker. Yuppies think it's funny that my cousin is my brother. Born in a trailer in the middle of the woods, shooting deer and drinking beer, it's all that's understood. Dip in my lip, much I get my hand. Redneck nation on my back, we dominate and fade to black. Getting drunk up in the back of the bourbon truck, I'm skinning bucks, shooting ducks, running amok, not giving a fuck. Y'all don't like that stuff, y'all can kick my suck. Backwoods badass, that is what they call me. O-U-T, L-A-W, that is what they call me. King of the woods, hit for the stairs, that is what they call me. Outlaw, outlaw, that is what they call me. O-U-T, that is what they call me. L-A-W, that is what they call me. O-U-T, that is what they call me. Outlaw, that is what they call me. Back in the woods, getting me a deal. I see a big tree, I might just take me a shit. We got 12 gauges on both of our shoulders. Redneck soldiers. Till we're
to a gang off in this thing as usual. That's my catchphrase, I think that some bitch is beautiful. Boots and suits, I find it almost suitable, cause the men in black are back in the Cadillac, y'all just Rudy Poos.
I'm in the backwoods, feeling like a badass, with a pretty country girl who's got a fat ass. A couple buddies, couple bottles, and some crabgrass. I mean that homegrown will sit you on your ass flat. About a mile down the road from where my mama had me. Another mile from that was where my nanny raised my daddy.
Oh, that's cool looking. You see through the skull.
Never been down here, we'll show you gladly. But if I take off on that 4x4, you better grab me.
Backwoods badass, that is what they call me. O-U-T, L-A-W, that is what they call me. King of the woods, kick to the stairs, that is what they call me. Outlaw, outlaw, that is what they call me. O-U-T, that is what they call me. L-A-W, that is what they call me. O-U-T, that is what they call me. Outlaw, that is what they call me.
Hey man, you think they think we're badasses
What's up,
yet?
Raider?
I know who I am.
Have people told you that the media being owned by a select few isn't a problem? That these corporations and the bankers that fund them would never propagandize the people for their own interests? And certainly wouldn't endanger lives? That false flags aren't real, and that they would involve way too many people? That a secret that big could never be kept quiet? Media manipulation by bankers with money interests and governments beholden to those bankers is not the exception, it's the rule. There are countless verified examples that government schools conveniently leave out of the history books, and banker-funded media conglomerates are the last people that are going to give you a peek behind the curtain they've woven to protect themselves from the retribution they would surely face if the public were to discover just how little their lives mattered. One of the most well-documented examples of how war profiteers
Oh, I got a really good comment on the page today. It was on one of my videos. It said, Jimmy, I just want to thank you for bringing, what did it say? Making a scary situation funny. Me and my daughter love watching you. And I was like, oh, what's such a nice comment. Them are the ones, them are the good ones, man. I love them good comments like that. Just random.
That parallels exactly with how these war profiteers operate today is the sinking of the Lusitania, an event that would claim the lives of nearly 2,000.
And I think I'm going to shoot a video where I answer the questions from that Mike Tyson video, because that one got a lot of statements and questions, so I might go through and do like a little recap of that video and answer some questions, because there's like, I think it has 2,000 replies to that damn video. So I'm going to go through some of them, pick the best ones out, and make a little video of it where I reply back to people. But before I do, once I pick their comment, then I'm going to reply back to them. I'm going to send them something and let them know, hey, check out the video. I'm going to talk about you in it. So that way, at least they know the video exists.
1,000 people, including 195 Americans, and would be the false flag to get the American public behind a war that would later claim the lives of over 100,000 Americans. A war that up until this false flag planned by the elites, including J.P. Morgan and his Rothschild backers, and the Wilson administration, was only supported by 1 out of 10 Americans. And the motivations are the same as they've always been.
Just remember one thing. It's all pink inside.
Money and power. In the early 1900s, J.P. Morgan, the American agent of the Rothschilds, sold war bonds in America to fund the English and the French in their war with Germany. Not only did they profit through handsome commissions from these bonds, the money raised was then spent at the companies owned by Morgan and the Rothschilds. War was big money. Total purchases would rise to an astronomical $3 billion, which in today's money would be roughly $74 billion. Morgan's firm became the largest purchaser on Earth. And when German U-boats appeared to be turning the tide against England, they faced a very real possibility that this ocean of money would dry up. This would mean substantial losses to their balance sheets. Additionally, this would also threaten England's ability to repay the billions of dollars it had borrowed with war bonds. In fact, Morgan was finding it difficult just to sell the bonds that funded his military-industrial complex, as it appeared the Germans might claim victory in a matter of months. To make matters worse, Morgan himself had loaned around $37 billion in today's money that he was now in danger of losing.
Oh, shit.
Something had to be done.
War!
Morgan hired a committee that identified the 25 most influential newspapers. He then installed editors at each of the papers and paid them off to run stories that were pro-war. Eventually, he had over 1,000 newspaper editors on his payroll and used his vast advertising purchasing power to strong-arm the smaller papers to trumpet the same pro-war sentiment. The Rockefellers of Standard Oil, who would also profit handsomely from the war, used its own publishing companies to influence the people against Germany and funneled money to reluctant congressmen. Massive parades were held. But with all this campaigning and social engineering, the polling data still showed that 90% of Americans still favored staying out of the war. Enter the false flag that would plunge the world into war, killing over 100,000 Americans to protect the interests of the bankers and the ruling class. Winston Churchill, who knew all too well without American involvement in the war he would soon lose to Germany, began to work with President Wilson and the bankers on the false flag that would force the American people to support the war. The sinking of the Lusitania.
The Lusitania.
The Lusitania, while built as a British passenger ocean liner, had been retrofitted with armor, revolving gun rings on its decks, and was classified by the British Navy as an armored auxiliary cruiser. Its lower passenger compartments had been removed to make room for the war munitions exported by America's industrial military complex. Churchill ordered the Lusitania and all ships to ignore orders from German U-boats to halt and be searched, and instead to engage the German U-boats or even ram them without warning. He also ordered crews not to treat captured U-boat crews as prisoners of war, but to execute them. This left the German Navy with only one option: to sink ships suspected of delivering war munitions on site. The Lusitania, whose previous captain resigned over Churchill's plan to use passengers as human shields, was loaded with weapons and ammunition sold by the J.P. Morgan.
The Walking Dead is so good. I need to go back and watch last week's. I watched it, but it kept buffing. I need to watch it on the internet where it's not live so I can watch it without it messing up. But yeah, The Walking Dead is the best show ever. My plan, I was going to do a little thing on The Walking Dead and do like little recaps of The Walking Dead, but I decided not to do that.
Company in violation of every neutrality treaty. The German embassy in Washington filed a complaint to the Wilson administration and was ignored. The Germans went so far as to attempt to run ads in American newspapers warning Americans not to board the weapon-carrying ship traveling through a war zone, but the papers controlled by the bankers and by order of the State Department refused to run the ads. Using the media as a weapon against the people is not a new thing. The bankers and the politicians they owned were purposely sending unaware Americans right into a deadly trap. The so-called passenger liner, carrying over 6 million rounds of ammunition, was directed by the British Navy into an area where a German U-boat had recently fired upon 2 ships and was known to be active. To ensure the ship would be vulnerable, the destroyer that was supposed to escort the cargo to port was called back without notifying the Lusitania, leaving her a sitting duck in hostile waters. And on May 7th, 1915, close to 2,000 passengers, including 195 Americans, were sacrificed to the bankers as the German U-boat, U-20, fired at the hull, setting off a massive explosion when the munitions in the cargo ripped a hole so large in her starboard bow that one of the largest ships ever built sank in less than 18 minutes. The Lusitania was purposely loaded full of explosives and then led defenselessly into hostile waters in the hopes that it would be sunk by the Germans. This was the false flag that propelled America into what would become known as World War I, a war that easily could have ended before claiming the lives of over 100,000 Americans, that died so that the military-industrial complex and the banking class could avoid losing money on a profitable war. A war that would later lead to another world war that would claim the lives of millions. All this so bankers could grow fat on the blood of the people that would line up for the slaughter, war after war after war. The details of this false flag have been largely hidden from the public. In fact, as recently as 1993, the official story was that the Lusitania had exploded because of coal dust in the boiler rooms, and that it had not been carrying ammunition or explosives. The real story remained hidden from the public for nearly 100 years, until in 2008 when divers found millions of rounds in the hull of the sunken wreckage. The media had successfully covered up a false flag for nearly a century, a fact that completely obliterates the notion that false flags involve too many people, and that surely someone would talk, and that the truth would get out. People who don't know their history are damned to repeat it. Do we have to wait another century before we get the truth of modern false flags perpetrated by the bankers and the deep state? When will the people stop confirming the ruling class's belief that we are all just cattle to be slaughtered for profit? Slaves that unknowingly prop them up and support their lifestyle of decadence and degeneracy, fighting for table scraps and vying for the coveted position as alpha slave, while the ruling class looks down at us not in pity, but with amusement and disgust. The technocrats are developing new ways to control us and eventually make us obsolete. We are rapidly approaching a future in which the ruling class will have successfully replaced us with lower IQ populations that are easier to control and easier to replace with automation. We must stop them now and expose them for who they are now, because we don't have another century to wait for the truth to come out. It's not just about the deaths on the Lusitania. It's not about the deaths in World War I, which led to all the deaths in World War II. World War II led to the deaths of nearly 500,000 American men. American men that might not have voted for the Immigration Act of 1965. And lest we forget, without World War II, there would have been no baby boom. That decision by those bankers, the Wilson administration and Churchill, to sacrifice the lives of unwitting pawns in their war profiteering game so they could increase their profits. The effects of that evil decision have irreversibly damaged this nation in every measurable way. And look at the British now, arresting people for thought crimes. The fairy tale that we were protecting freedom was always a lie. The truth is, we live in a system that rewards sociopaths, and sociopaths do what's good for them. Nationalism is their enemy. Populism is their enemy, because it gets in the way of their balance sheets. For Blackpilled, I'm Devin Stack. If you like my content, please subscribe and like.
Okay, guys. I'm going to be here with you just a few more minutes. I'm getting out of here in like 8 minutes. 8 minutes, guys. So what do y'all got good for this next 8 minutes? I'm actually kind of tired tonight. I usually ain't tired by this time. I almost took a nap. I was like, well, I was kind of napping. Froggy Fresh. Oh, Lord. All right, Froggy Fresh. We ain't listened to Froggy in a little bit. Money Making Mike.
You can love me, you can hate me, but you won't ever break me. I shall not fear a thing, for my dear Lord will not forsake me, persecute me. Boy, you can shoot me, homie, you can stone me, you can lock me up in solitary. All I know is lonely, all I know is work, all I know is hurt, all I know is pain, all I know is rainy days, all I know is chains. It's me and Mike, it doesn't matter what our name is. You can't take away our dreams, and we got dreams of being famous. I done seen too many souls become a victim of the system, either wind up flipping burgers or they're packed inside a prison. I don't want it, I don't want that for my fam. So when we cannot stand, we will scrape and crawl into our promised land. They do not know me, therefore they cannot hold me. Watch me break into the upper class and bring all of my homies, cause you're my brothers, and I love you as I do myself. I put that on my health. What is wealth without a commonwealth? I'm Froggy Fresh, and I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid screaming out Froggy Fresh. Boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid. They cannot stop us because we are a movement. Whether you are my brother or some kid I went to school with. Look, dog, I ain't no would-be. They're scared and they should be. Yes, now they are afraid of the idea of what we could be. We will be. Boy, you could cut my tongue out, you could kill me, but you won't ever, ever stop the spirit that does fill me. Cause love don't ever die. I thought you knew by now. You stop our breath, you dig a grave and put us in the ground. I just hope that when I go out with a smile. Proud as they stack me and my homies in a pile. And I will pass away as I've done before. It only took me till the age of 9 to learn that life's a war. And I can't even lie, you don't want it, you know why. Cause when you look me in the eye, you know I ain't afraid to die. Cause there's victory in death long as you die for something great. If death is what it takes for me to win, then I won't stay. Screaming out Froggy Fresh, boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the side.
See, you guys are screaming F Froggy Fresh. This is what he's talking about, turning on them. But yeah, we can retire Froggy Fresh. I'm going to come up with something better. I'm going to shove it down your throat every night for like a month.
Same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid screaming out Froggy Fresh. Boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid. And they won't ever tell you, but they hate to see you make it. And as soon as you get something for yourself, they want to take it. Well, go on, you can have it. I'll look away while you grab it. Boy, I don't need no stacks and I don't need no baller status. Ain't no power in the dollar, but the power's in the people. Cause our wallets ain't the same, don't mean we ain't created equal. I don't need for you to clap, I don't need for you to cheer. I just hope that when I speak that there's somebody there to hear. And I don't need no castle, cause every castle crumbles. I know that I'm gonna stumble, I just hope that I die humble. I hope that I stay down to earth and grounded, because my fortress is the human race by which I am surrounded. I hope you love me, I hope you love me. I hope to God that there's a heaven up above me. I see the beauty in what we could be. So my dear brothers, let us all be what we should be. Screaming at Froggy Fresh, boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid screaming at Froggy Fresh. Boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid. They do not know me, therefore they cannot hold me. Watch me break into the upper class and bring all of my homies. They do not know me, therefore they cannot hold me. Watch me break into the upper class and bring all of my homies. Screaming out Froggy Fresh, boy, I ain't gonna rest. Ain't gonna stop until you pull this heart out of my chest. On the same old street, in the same old crib. Yeah, the name done changed, but I'm the same old kid.
Alright, we are retiring Froggy Fresh until our first day back on the regular Jams TV. And then we're going to come in with Froggy Fresh, I'm the baddest, on the first day back on Jams TV. So no more Froggy Fresh for what, 2 months. Alright, I'll hit y'all with something else. Just as good, but I'm going to play it every time. So you're going to hear it all the time. Till you're sick of it. And then you're like, could you please play Froggy Fresh again? I'm just playing. But no, yeah, we all go take a break on Froggy Fresh. I was thinking the same thing. Usually I've been starting it now with the redneck soldiers. This is who I've been starting with lately. With the dudes in the holler. Okay, y'all got me for one more minute. 1 minute. And I'm out of here. Y'all can send all checks payable to me. I'm just kidding. So yeah, y'all got 1 more minute. What do y'all got good? What do y'all got for me? Anything I need to know in this last minute? Look, 10 Mandela effects. I need them for this month. Email, text, whatever. I need 10 of them. So I can make a video on it. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight, but I will probably do it tomorrow. So, yeah, I need 10 Mandela effects from this month. Could be from any creator. Just whatever 10 new ones are out there floating on YouTube. Somebody shoot me a text or message or send it to me subliminally. I don't care. I work on awful ones. So, guys, it's been real. Had a school shooting here today. Oh, man, that's never good. I hope it wasn't a lot of people. That's pretty tragic. Kids with guns scare me.
Check. Hey, yo. Mandela effect. I think I seen a UFO. What? It's the Jimmy Jam show. Mandela effect. I think I seen a UFO. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam show. Conspiracy. It's the Jimmy Jam show. It's the Jimmy Jam.
Boom, boom. What did you just interrupt my outro with, Jimmy? Here's a Mandela effect for you. I don't know about that. That's a crazy one. Tyson on WrestleMania. Okay, that's one. We got that one. I remember that. We need 9 more to go with it. Alright, guys. Good night. Also, I'm licking my brothers to my Muslim people. And I don't know what you say to Jewish people. Slikum salam. I don't know. Good night. Yeah. Alright, everybody be good. Vaseline. Oops, good night. Amanda! Why you gotta come in so late? Why you late? What are you doing? Now we have to hang out for a minute. Did you just get here? Alright, see, now I'm back stuck. I'm back in the room. Verizon. Okay, yeah, we could do Verizon. Tyson, WrestleMania. Eating ice cream. You know what? I wouldn't mind having some ice cream. Matter of fact, I want some Ben & Jerry's. I want some Chunky Monkey. I don't know if y'all had the Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey, but that shit is delicious. Good. Thank you, Amanda. Target here changed logo. What about you guys? I don't know. I ain't seen the Target logo to know. So I really couldn't say. Going hard in the prison yard. That's what we're doing. Hard in the prison yard. Today on Jams TV. This is what happens when you do all these conspiracy videos. You end up in a FEMA camp. Rocky Road. No, I can't mess with the Rocky Road. I don't really like marshmallows in my ice cream. I like Chunky Monkey though. Red and white has switched spots. Don't drop the Vaseline. Well, we know the Vaseline logo's changed because we learned that by the dude that loves Vaseline. But I damn sure ain't making no video in my lifetime on no damn Vaseline. I don't know, somewhere along the line, I'm sure if there is such thing as man points, you lose a couple fucking man points on that one. Red Velvet is really good too. Man, y'all are really making me want some ice cream. Some frozen custard or something. Something good. How did it change, James? So how's life been treating you, Amanda? Everything going good for you? I could do the Megadeth. Well, I didn't know that the damn Megadeth wasn't a Mandela effect. Y'all shouldn't have told me and I would have done it. Now I feel like you can't do it because like they sold the name and it don't make sense. And I'll be ridiculed. Well, it will get better for you. I promise. Life always gets better. You know, they say once you hit the bottom, there's nowhere else to go but the top. See, there you go. That's a good way to look at it. You are blessed. And we are blessed to have you here with us. It only took you 2 hours to get here, late as hell when we're about to end the show. But you're here. And I guess that's what matters. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm running out of shit to talk about. Ronnie, you want to take over? Ronnie Rat's staring at me. I mean, like, literally. He's, like, eyeballing me. Like, look. Say what up to the people. Hey, people. See? Ronnie Rat. What else you got to say? I hate Jimmy. You hate me? What? I pay you good. He's broke as shit. So there's Ronnie. He's hanging out with us again. Make sure you kung fu chop your rats, you know, and all that good stuff. I can't be here too much longer with you guys. I only have one cigarette. And that ain't good. Yeah, I can look videos up. We were just watching videos. We watched 2 hours of them, Amanda. If you hadn't have been tardy, you would have seen all the videos. You got a slip from your mother saying why you was late? If I got to show up on time, you got to show up on time. I don't get paid enough for you to be late, okay? Wait, matter of fact, I don't get paid at all, so you can't be late. My time is valuable. It's like worth at least 39 cents a day in a foreign country. I'm telling you, that's how much I at least get paid. I know, I'm never on time. I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing. You know that. I'm just picking. That's boredom. Just poking fun. Cigarette to the face. No, I'm just kidding. Get Jeff Dunham to do Ronnie the Rat. You hear that? Ronnie the Rat said he's not gay. He said he ain't into Jeff Dunham. He's not his type. He said if he had titties, he would go with it. Is that what he said? Uh-huh. Yeah. He said, yeah. Who? He said J-Lo. Oh. The Kardashian video was his idea. He likes big butts. And he's not going to rat lie. Because rats can't lie. Oh, what? Who's handsome face? Ronnie the Rats? I wouldn't. I ain't going to burn Ronnie. Ronnie's good. I ain't going to mess him up. He's a cute rat. He's held me down. He's been by my side for a long time. You know, just standing there looking at me. Mad, with gritting his teeth. See his teeth? He's always mad at me about something. I know. I give him cheese. Look, I swear. I get the rat's cheese. Y'all think, man, this is what... Like, when people give money to the channel, I go out and I buy the rat's cheese. Look. Nah, Ronnie went and got him a big old block of cheese. See? This is what the rats get paid in. Invisible cheese. See how it's invisible? Ronnie's hooked up. There you go, Ronnie. There you go. It's part of his contract. He's good now. He ain't as mad. I didn't know Kardashians owned a donkey. Yeah, Ronnie, like, we teleport. It's a new machine we got up in here. It works. I come back a little jarred up. I just want the cash. Now you really sound like Ronnie the Rat. They're going to be fighting over that in a few minutes. It's going to be a big rat fight. I thought it was a pretty big size block for all three of them. I told them to share, and that shit don't go good, right? Because they don't like to share their rats. But see, there'll be people saying I don't pay my rats, right? I pay them. You see, look, now he's a happy rat. That's all it took. One good block of cheese. Don't let Hector see that shit. And we good to go. Oh, that Kim Kardashian's ass is caused the Mandela. I didn't check out your video yet. Oh, yeah, it's Kim Kardashian's booty is causing the Mandela effect. Go watch it. Leave a comment. All them comments help, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all that. It's done better today than the last few videos already. But this one's unmonetized, so I don't get nothing from it. But it's doing alright and hits. I haven't checked to see if there's any new subscribers, but every day there's been at least, like, I don't know, it's trickling. 5, 6 new people each day. It grows faster when I was putting out like 2, 3 videos a day. Like, numbers were just rolling like that. But I don't know, I've gotten busier and I ain't got a chance to put out all them videos. Because I sit here live for 2 hours when I could be making a video. I need to give the toys small wrenches. That picture was really cool. I'm going to get a way to try to tie all your pictures into my intro of the toys you've done, like Ronnie Rat, Voltron, or whoever. I'm going to try to like tie them into some intro in the very beginning of all my videos where it's like, you know, a little intro or something where it comes up, jams, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to include my guys, you know. Get damn cheese back. You got to share. You don't like to share. Alright, Jams TV is brought to you by Kraft Big Cheese Snacks. This is the mild cheddar flavor. That's what the rats like. It's made with milk from U.S. dairy farms. Now, this ain't made with milk from no Japanese dairy farm or no Chinese dairy farm. This is straight U.S. made milk in this right here. Only the best for my rats, man. I can't give them nothing slack. Only the best for the rats. Here you go, Ronnie. Take the damn cheese back. I'm making Jimmy blush. I better keep it in my pants. Okay, well, what do you got in your pants, Boom Boom? That's a little scary. I hope it ain't a thing of Vaseline. Ha! Hope you ain't got no Vaseline in your pants, dude. I have the funniest video of my daughter. I'm going to try to send it to you through email. I'm debating whether or not to upload it because she's cursed, but it's so cute. She cursed, but it's so cute. Okay, yeah, I would upload it. I don't know, you might get a lot of criticism. I'll be like, oh, she's a bad parent, you know. But yeah, I'll check it out. I like crazy videos and cute kids and cat videos. I'd probably have 1 million hits again if I put out a cat video. That's gonna be my next video, guys. I'm gonna put out a cat video. Just cats. I'm just walking around my house. My brother got a couple cats. I'm just gonna film the cats. I'm gonna throw some yarn out there at them and be like, "Get it, cat!" And I'm just gonna film it. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna call it the cutest cat video ever, and it's gonna get 20 million hits, and I'm gonna get like 50 million subscribers from that cute cat video. It'll go super viral, like kitty cat viral. Kitty cats do big numbers. Just do a redneck rap and get many hits. Who's going to write the rap for me? Do I got any redneck rap writers? I'll rap it if I got a ghost writer. Okay, Jimmy, you need to get pics of all your jam heads and have like a slideshow or something. All of them with your toys. Yeah, if everybody would send me a picture, I would throw y'all guys into my intro. Be like little flashes of everybody and, you know, little fucking something going crazy, you know, mixed with some other craziness. A random goat, you know what I'm saying? Steve's pretty good. Gator burgers sound yummy. Okay, well, yeah. Run with it then. Run with it like a fumbled football. I post all my stupid videos. I don't care what they are. You don't need my picture, just a name. Okay, alright. Well, I was going to do some little end credits anyway, and I was thinking about throwing everybody in the end credits. Once you become an active member of the cult of Jimmy Jams, I'm going to end the credits. I'll have y'all's name in them or something like that. I don't know. Something cool. Something thoughtful. What's wrong with your pick? You can't be ugly with the rest of us? Damn. We ain't judging. And whoever's looking at you, you don't know them anyway, so what's it matter if they're judging? That's how I think of it on YouTube. It's like, when people say crazy stuff, I'm like, you don't know me. And I ain't never got to see you, so why do I even care what you say? But when you say something positive, it's always a good thought. I'm like, ooh. Like today, I got that comment from that lady, and it said that, you know, that I brought some entertainment and made a scary situation funny. And I liked that. Was a good comment. I was like, I'm glad you dig the shit. You know what I'm saying? I try to bring my goofiness to everything a little bit anyway. If you can't have fun, like, why would you even want to do it? Like, so many people up here are so serious about everything. Nah, it ain't that big of a deal. If our reality's really changing, who cares? I'm rolling with the punches. It ain't. We already know it's changing, right? So we know. That's like old news, like, kind of like, damn, I already know that. So now it's just about poking fun at changes to me. Like, you know, I started doing that way back in the day with the Mandela stuff, kind of poking fun at it. Like, even with my buddy Reggie, remember I woke up a black guy video? I was already joking the Mandela effect. I mean, I do believe it's real, but I still think you can pick fun at it and poke fun at, like, stuff that people say, like the Vaseline dude. That shit was funny as hell. I could probably just cut that part of the video out and post it, and it'd probably get a lot of hits, because that was pretty funny just to me. I couldn't sit here and not laugh because the guy was just, I don't know, bad word, I guess, with the, I ain't even do it because I ain't even saying the name. You like Beetlejuice, you might squirt yourself or something. Okay, it says, all of us ride a train together. Shooting today here was a man killed his wife, then went to school to kill his son. Man, he was pissed off. He had to be really mad. Think about if he had a really mean wife. And he was just like, today I'm going to have to kill you. And then, you know. What's this? Nude pics. Yeah, some people are blind to it, Amanda. Like everything changing, or they don't even care. Like some people ain't blind and they just don't care. Like, my buddy, he'll agree with me. He's like, yeah, you're right. That did change. But he don't care. Like, he don't even care about the man that don't, you know, care two things about it. He just like, yeah, boop, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is at some point, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, I thought the Kim Kardashian video was pretty funny. I don't know how you could not watch it and get a little bit of a laugh out of it. At least a little. So, if anything, if I made a couple people laugh, I think that was a job well done, you know. And it's done like 300 hits or so today. So, that ain't bad. And that's one of them videos I can tell now. It'll climb later. Like, the numbers will start doing good. It's one of them videos people will end up keep watching. Like, it'll probably do 300 a day. Probably about 100 tomorrow. It'll start to slow down. And then it'll start to pick up again. It's one of those type videos, I can tell. Because it has that, you know, it has Kim Kardashian's name in it. And that's basically all you really got to do to get hits on YouTube is talk about celebrities. Like, so many people get up here and search celebrities. Like, I could blow the door. If I just sat up here and talked about celebrities, like, put me in a little cool little background that looked halfway decent, and sat here and said stuff about Will Smith, Jim Carrey, Corey Feldman, and just different videos on big celebrities, all I had to do was watch TMZ. As soon as something pops, bam, hit a little video on it. And them a big number, you know, hits, you know. But that shit sucks. I don't really want to make videos like that for some numbers. But when the numbers started and on the channel, when we go back to the channel, I still want the, you know, the live stuff to do good. So I got to keep them numbers up. So I got to keep popping out these videos, and that got to get the squirrels burning. What's up, Apollo? Do I know about the cloning conspiracy? Dude, that ain't no conspiracy. That's a fact. Cloning is real as shit. I'm going to clone myself one day, right? Or I might let them freeze me, like cryogenics. But anyway, yeah, people are being cloned. Animals are being cloned. Like, I got my dog. If I had 100 G's, I swear to God, strike me dead. If I had 100 extra $1,000 to spend. Because TT I've had for, I say, 9 years, and they live maybe 16. So TT got about 5, 6 good years left in it, right? Within that 5 or 6 years, I'm hoping that cloning drops, and it's something I could afford to do, to clone my dog. Crazy as that sounds, right? It might come back like Pet Cemetery and shit, and be like, gnaw my face off while I'm asleep. But, you know, I could see doing it with loved animals. Now, people, it's a little crazy, but I guarantee you guys, there's these third world countries that are cloning people. That's a fact, for kidneys and organs and shit like that. I've heard all about this cloning conspiracy stuff. So we went over that stuff on the channel when we was on the regular Jams TV, before the suspension and shit. We covered a lot of stuff on AI, cloning, all that. Yeah, to Dolly the lamb, to meat that's being cloned in up foreign countries for people to eat already on the market. Cloned animals are already being sliced and diced and sold and fed to you. So people are already eating cloned meat. So yeah, cloning is just one of those things, man. It's gonna be hard to stop, because unless you had the world police, right? Like, but it's not like that. Like Seoul, Korea, right? And South Korea and shit like that. They're like leading in the forefront of cloning. They're trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. That's how they're trying to bring back a damn dinosaur. And the crazy thing is, you might not get that dinosaur back, but they're going to bring you some other damn dinosaur. I guarantee you, you're going to be able to go to a zoo before it's all said and done and see a damn dinosaur. That's mind-blowing. Poof. But it's true. You ate good for dinner. That's okay. That's. I hear dinosaurs are fake. I don't know. Could be, man. I mean, that's a possibility too, Amanda. That people say, well, where were dinosaurs in the Bible? Right? A lot of people argue that well, why wasn't there no dinosaurs in the Bible? There was. They just called them something else, like mammoths, big animals is all it meant. There was big animals. So that's all they referred to was big animals. They didn't specify what type of animals there were in the Bible, so there could have been dinosaurs around in the Bible. Do you think the Illuminati, my people, see my all-seeing eye? Look, all-seeing eye, are cloning people? Nah, guys, we ain't cloning nobody. Not no celebrities. I'm definitely not a clone. Look, I look just like jimmyjamz. They're figuring us out. They're figuring us out. They're figuring us out. So yeah, I'm definitely jimmyjamz. And this message is brought to you by the Secret Service of Jimmy's Cuckoo Land. But yeah, definitely, I think, you know, another crazy thing, Apollo, let me tell you this, is not so much the cloning people, because I think it might come to where we don't need to clone people. Because I don't know if you've seen this doctor that has been taking these skin cells and he's been putting it on his 3D printer. And this dude has printed like valves for people's heart. He's created a kidney. He's like 3D printing organs with skin cells. Clone people taste like chicken. I'm sure Boom Boom has probably ate a lot of people in her life. She's a people eater. You just got me off track. What was I talking about? Oh, the skin cells. Yeah, so this 3D printer prints organs. It's mind-blowing, guys. And this is the future. They're saying when you get a wound, one day in the hospital, they're going to come up with this machine, lay it over your wound, and it's going to print your shit back on you. Like, it's going to actually, skin, graft, you burn. It'll be good for, burn victims and stuff like that. So it's some super good technology that they're doing. And it's not so much cloning as it is in they're printing organs. It's the weirdest shit, man. But I just think, hopefully, because this doctor says this printing technology would really take about 25 years before it would be in a hospital or something like that. It's that, it's still in the young stages of it. And I'm thinking, let's see, at my age, could I make it 25 years to where if I had my heart go out or my kidney go out or something go out and I get me one printed? And I'm thinking, possibly, yeah. And that means I could probably live for a good 300-400 fucking years. And that would be pretty cool. Should be a lot of YouTube guys. I mean, But I honestly think this too. And this is just being truthful. I think if I was dying, okay, and I wasn't ready to go. Now, if I'm ready to go, it's a different story. But if I'm dying and I ain't ready to go, and they came to me and said, Jimmy, we could take your brain and put it into another body, I would say, do what you got to do, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So is cloning such a, a bad thing? When you think of it as life, is this a life, or should I just be happy with the life I was given and check out like everybody else? What if I want to oversleep? Can I get a wake-up call later, I paid extra money? I think that should be able to work in life too. You should be able to choose to live if you really want to live. If you don't, then you just check out, 11 a.m. like everybody else. So housekeeping come in and get your damn body, right? But if you want to live, modern medicine, technology, like Ricky Bobby said, there ain't no reason I can't live 300-400 years. You can live without one of your kidneys. I understand that. The earth is much older than 6,000 years. Not according to the Bible. Not according to the Bible. Not all scientists are at NASA either. No, I'm a scientist. I studied female anatomy. Let's see. Who says that a year or two is equal to a year in the Bible? People lived about 200 years in that book. Some people lived a lot longer than 200 years. Like, some people lived 500-600 years in the Bible. And, you know, because there wasn't no disease. What was there to kill you? That's usually what people die from, is some type of disease. You know this? If an alligator does not die from disease or being poached in the wild, killed, it can live forever. It don't have a life expectancy. The fucker can live for like 1,000 years. Be like 60 foot big and whatnot, like Lake Placid. But that's real. They like alligators have been around since, like, when people say dinosaurs went extinct, no, they didn't. You got alligators. Alligators were dinosaurs. Sharks were dinosaurs. There were different elephants or ascendants from dinosaurs. Where the hell you think these big ass animals came from? Giraffes, and these were all they're just smaller versions of animals that were around when animals were big. I studied the male anatomy, Jimmy. Okay. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. What was your theory on me then? That's why we are all here to pay the wages of sin. No, all my sin has been forgiven. Jesus died on the cross for my sins. So I'm already forgiven. I don't have to beg for forgiveness because my sins were already forgiven before I even got here. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm going up the stairs. So, like, when you beg and plead, it's not necessary. If you believe that Jesus is your Lord and Savior, you're going to heaven. You were forgiven for your sins. Now, it's a weird, touchy line, because then you start thinking about killers and pedophiles and different types of people, and then you're thinking, how the hell could that be true? But, you know, but it also says you're going to be judged when you get there, right? So you might go there. I mean, you get in. But if I go before y'all guys, I'm going to make sure I get a job at the door. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all get there, I'll be like, yo, these my people. Let them in. They jams heads, right? So there's a special spot in heaven for all the jams heads. Even the non-believers, like Boom Boom Mancini over in this motherfucker. We're going to save her a spot. Don't make me start preaching. I'm like Southern Baptist. I'll Jesus you up. That's going to be my next video. I'm going to do like a religious seminar on YouTube. And be like, send me your money. Jesus loves you. Support the channel. I probably have all kind of mics and shit if I did that type of stuff, though. I ain't that low because I feel like I'd burn. Even though I'm a good person, I still feel like I'd burn. Okay, we know how to get rid of Boom Boom now. Gather round, people. We're here today to witness the word of the Lord. May fire and brimstone rain down on your ass if you dare sin. Alright, I'm telling you, boy, I go southern on you. I start breaking out the damn snakes, rattlesnakes and shit. You be like, uh-oh, it's getting real up in here. It's getting real. The Church of Jesus Christ is not a building. That's right. You don't have to go to church to believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. And just because you go to church don't mean you're going to heaven. Every time. How many people remember every time being a word? It is a word. One word, right? That's how I write it every time. No, oh, do I don't know. I'm the worst speller ever. I fucking got the worst grammar of anybody I know. I believe in heaven and hell. Okay. That's good, Tina. That's what you should believe. being a nice Christian Southern woman like you are. How about we change the subject back to sex? How about we change the subject, we keep the subject the same and think about how did she had that baby without having sex? I'd have been questioning that back in the day. Come on, guys. Now, if we was back in the day and Joseph was our homeboy, Jesus' daddy, and he came to us and said, look, my girl pregnant, we ain't had sex, I'd be like, homeboy, your kid belongs to Pedro down the street. And, that's what it would be. All right, give me 1 second, guys. A loaded finger. Okay, I must have missed something. She wasn't a virgin. She just didn't have sex that time. What do you mean she was a virgin? He was born from a virgin. Yeah. I don't know. I lost me there. But just say we're hanging out at work, and Jesus' daddy comes in, and he's like, my girl's about to have this baby, but we ain't had sex. Can you imagine the conversation people were having with him? Because you got to remember, maybe there were believers, but I'm sure there was a lot of non-believers that were like, you're tripping, dog. It don't happen, right? They were married, and Jesus had brothers. Okay, now did she get knocked off for Jesus to have brothers? God put his seed in her. That just don't even sound right. Sounds kind of weird. God put his seed in her. So, like, did he just implant it in her, or did he give her the holy? I'm just playing God. Don't strike me down. I just pick fun at everything. But hopefully God knows I'm joking. I'm joking. I know it's clear outside, but for some reason I might get struck by lightning. And we can't be having that. Can't have it. Nobody got time for that. That's major blasphemy. No, God knows I'm playing, and I believe in Jesus, and like I say all the time, I think if you're so serious about everything, and God gave me this sense of humor. This is a gift from God. You just can't be this good looking and funny and it not be a gift from God. That's how I know there's a God, because I'm blessed. Unlike the rest, I'm blessed. Like God reached down. He out of millions and millions and millions, there could only be one. He reached down. He plucked me out, sprinkled a little honey and June bug on top, set me back down to rule the world. I mean, it's just the way it is. There could only be one. It ain't my fault he picked me. I actually stole that from the Dewey Cox movie, so I didn't create that. Okay, if you could sell your soul to the devil, could you sell your soul to God? I wonder if God's in the business of buying souls. Because I believe your soul already belongs to God, right? So if you're born pure, ow! I just dropped my phone on my balls. Oh my God! Ow! Okay, so yeah, you're born pure without sin. Your soul already belongs to God. So you can't sell something to somebody that belongs to somebody. So it's like me coming to God and saying, God, you want to buy my soul, homeboy? And he's like, Jimmy Jams, I own your soul. What are you selling me, right? And then you stuck. You're like, man, oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, pops. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do, right? You got to. You can't just go like, would you sell your parents? You know, would you go sell your parents? Be like, okay, I don't like y'all anymore. I'm gonna sell y'all and like get some new parents. I mean, yeah. So you can't sell God. You know, if you do, then you a traitor, and you don't deserve to walk on golden streets. I just hope they got some chronic. I mean, I could deal with the golden streets and all, and the fancy stuff, and the angels playing trumpets. I could probably deal with that, like if I really had to. And but I gotta have a place to chill, maybe like a grill. You know what I'm saying? A little fire. Like, I don't know. I can deal with the angels and trumpets and shit, but I gotta be able to smoke, chill, relax. You know, that's heaven too. I might already be in heaven. I think this is heaven. We're in heaven, people. This is heaven. When you die, you just go to another dimension of heaven. There you go. Oh, that's a cute saying there, Tina. I don't belong to anyone, but my heart does. Oh. Seed-bearing plants are good with God. Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying, we don't know if there's any seed-bearing plants there. He didn't mention. He didn't say, hey, there's a shortage with, like, the pipeline to Mexico is, like, cut off or something, you know. Now we're shipping it in from, like, Amsterdam. I don't know. I would have to check the conditions. Ain't that messed up, though? Like, you get this life, and they tell you to be good, and you'll go to heaven. Be bad, and you go to hell. But we don't get to see the conditions. We don't get to see the living arrangements. You know, it ain't like there's a brochure. Hell. You know, there's no mini golf in hell. Yeah, you can't play mini golf, right? You keep flipping. AC. No AC. Kind of hot. Shit. Right? Mean people. Killers. Rapists. Ah, here I am. Right here. 2-bedroom flat. No AC. Beachfront view. Bam! I'm in there. I'd be like, you know, then you get to heaven. It's like, the only thing, there's so many saints. You're like, you're so far from the city. You're like, all you can see is the big buildings, right? And your gold street's like, you got to follow this gold road for like 30 miles to get, you know, to get to anything. There's no 7-Elevens because, you know, they're Muslims and they ain't going to be in heaven. So there's probably no convenience stores. So you probably got to travel like a long ass way. But if you got wings, maybe you could like flutter to whatever store they got. Like, I don't know what they call it, halos or something. I don't know. And you would like flutter over there and like get you some cheesesteaks or something. I don't know. It'd be weird. Like, what do you don't eat? What do you just sit around? I'd be like, wouldn't you miss eating? Like, if you just a spirit and you don't got to eat, you'd be like, damn, I'm hungry, but, you know, it just passed through you like a chicken like, right through you. Are you a Trump fan, Amanda? I am a Trump fan. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Nah, it don't matter who's the president is. The world is gonna be the way it is. Either way it is. Amanda is trying to get right with God, and that's a good thing, Amanda, to do. God will keep you on the straight and narrow, make you a better person. I think, anyway. Now, if I could find some time to wake up on Sunday, I would go to church. But God apparently wants me to sleep and preach to y'all guys on YouTube late at night. That's what he has brought into my life right now. So I'm just kind of going with it until he changes my plans. All right, I guess I'm in the wrong crowd. Nah, I mean, I'm not pushing no beliefs on anybody. I don't care what people believe. To be honest with you, you can believe whatever you want to believe. You can believe. You can worship cats for all I care. Everybody has a right to believe whatever they want. Just because people believe different things or disagree, don't mean we can't communicate. We just don't agree on everything. I mean, who would want a friend that you agreed with the whole time? Like me and my buddy, he's one of my good friends. All we do is argue about everything. We just argue. We always argue over our Jeeps because he drives a Jeep, I drive a Jeep, so we're always arguing over a Jeep. I'm like, your shit looks like a girl Jeep. You know what I'm saying? His shit's newer than mine, but it looks like a girl Jeep, right? My shit looks like a man Jeep. And I always say, like, you know, your shit's a girl Jeep, right? And so, you know, randomly one day this girl comes over and we're all standing outside. His Jeep's there, my Jeep's there. And this girl comes up and I was like, which Jeep you like better, right? And she points to mine. And she goes, that one looks more like a girl Jeep. And I lost it, dude. It was like the best thing ever, right? Because I always tell them this shit looks like a girl Jeep. Because it ain't got big tires. It's not jacked up. It's like got a hard top. It's like, that shit's like, looks like a Kia. Shush, Steve. Okay. We come from alien pods. So who thinks the Chinese space station that is supposed to crash next week is real? Steve, I don't know, man. Maybe I should do a video on the Chinese space station. I was thinking about doing some flat earth videos and stuff again. And talking about the flat earth. And maybe I can tie that into the space station, Chinese space station. That'd be a good topic, too, as far as, you know, people clicking it. Because, you know, people are going to be searching that in the next week. Because that's right now in the news. So that's probably a good trending topic. I probably should already have a video out about the goddamn Chinese space station that's about to fall. Okay, April 1st is the splashdown. Hope it hits China. Okay. Yeah, because it is the Chinese space station. It's damn sure hit. Oh, it's a Japanese space station, right? Why everybody want it to hit China if it's Japanese? Do they have any clue to where this thing might hit? Do they have any idea where this thing might hit? Okay, it's Chinese. I am tired, guys. I'm getting ready to get off here. I wasn't going to stay on this long. But I was getting off and Amanda popped in the room and I ain't talked to her in a little bit. So I figured I'd stay in and chat it up. And then I got caught up. You know how I get. Why would all the power go out? So you're saying that all the power is going to go out when the space station comes down? Why would our power go out? I don't think that, like, they would be trying to hide the fact of Jesus coming. There's so many Christians in this country. $5, I'll give y'all a psychic reading and I'll tell you if it's going to snow or not. Guys, I might bring y'all some stuff from the Edward Casey Center tomorrow. I'm thinking about going down to the beach. It's going to be 80 degrees. Edward Casey Center's right down at the beach. So I might go out there and shoot a little bit of stuff for JM's TV. Might give a psychic prediction to the world tomorrow. If I wake up in time and it's still sunny. But I already have my top off of my Jeep. I took it off today. Well, not the top, but I took all the windows out. and I ordered me some mirrors for like. Here's the weird thing about my Jeep. You can ride with the doors off, right? But when you take the doors off, there's no side view mirrors on the damn car. You can't see to get over, right? So now I bought these mirrors today. Did I buy them today? I bought them last night. You can, when you take the doors off, you put these mirrors on. So bam. Now I got mirrors when I take my doors off my Jeep. It's kind of cool. My homeboy's girl Jeep don't got that. Oh yeah, like when I was in high school, I wanted a Jeep like that too. It just took me a while to get some money to get me the Jeep I wanted. I didn't want a new Jeep. I got an older Jeep. I got like a classic Jeep. It's like a 94 YJ like MacGyver used to drive, like with the square headlights. And they only made them with square headlights for a few years. That's why I like mine. And the body's like steel, like tough, right? It's like an army Jeep. It's like it's manly. It's manly. I got it on a 6-inch lift. I got it on some 32s. She's tough. I like her. Right, open that. I was trying to eat a piece of this cheese and I can't even get into it. Okay, guys. I am getting out of here this time. If I can get in this cheese. I don't preach at people. I tell life experiences. I question everything. All right, boom, boom. Jesus loves you. I'm getting out of here, guys.
Show. It's the Jimmy Jam Show. What? I think I seen a UFO. I don't know, man.
America's ran on debt. I'll see y'all on that later. Okay? Peace.